Welcome to Schnozzcast episode 65 for Saturday, March 21st, 2020. Gentlemen.
Someone listens to the black.
And ladies.
Yeah.
There you go. You good?
We're good.
Okay. Ooh, boy. Everybody all right? Doing good?
Yes, sir.
Third podcast in a week.
Well, when there's nothing else to do.
That's true.
I don't know how
It's the
people do it.
quarantine version. By the way, I saw the artwork that you did at the last minute.
Yeah.
And it took me a second to, I'm like, is he painting this as being the... Was that a direct homage to the Outbreak
Yeah.
movie poster?
Yeah. It
Well
was a monkey on the original poster.
Was it not? What was in this one? A bat?
Yep.
Why bat?
That's what started it off.
Why not?
The COVID-19?
Yeah.
All right.
First time hearing
You
of
didn't
this.
know that?
I don't care.
Yeah, it was in those wet markets over in
The
China.
the Wuhan province or
Wuhan?
Wuhan province. Yeah, they
Wu-Tang Clan province?
all those exotic animals that they kill and eat and do all that stuff. Yeah.
You ever see the picture of that? Where they have the bats like out on the display table? It looks like
The stick to the
dogs
mouth.
with their mouths open
Yeah.
with wings.
I have not, but I'll look it up.
They literally, to take like the fur off the dogs and the cats and everything, they just had blowtorches.
Yeah.
Giant blowtorches.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That is horrible. Well, start on a positive note then.
Here we go.
Dogs
Come
can't.
with the yucks and the comedy bits.
That's right.
Well, hopefully everyone out there in Schnozzcast land, copyright Bob Rankin,
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Boilerplate.
is doing well and keeping up good spirits and trying to stave off cabin fever. Yeah, I got a call.
I had to get the hell out of
I got a call from my sister tonight. Oh, how you guys doing? Everybody doing all right? I'm like, yeah. So we were talking, and it's like her daughter got on the phone. Yeah, we're making stuffed shells. I'm like, oh, that's cool. What brought that on? Nothing to do.
We're decorating the
Like,
Christmas
all right,
tree.
well, good luck with that.
It's nothing to do.
Speaking of which, did anybody hear that 100.3 is playing Christmas music?
Yeah, I did.
I did.
9 and 5.
Oh my God!
Hey, whatever boosts morale.
I don't know if that's
Oh,
a
yeah, that's...
Plus, in this day and age, you can get Christmas music anywhere you want, anytime you want. Do we really need to have a radio station dedicated to it?
Well,
People, it's different.
here's my thing.
And was that not a positive thing that just came out of my mouth?
I don't know what did you
Christmas
say?
music, that's good. That's a morale booster.
Well, they say that
No.
it actually staves off depression and
Yeah.
all this other stuff. But for
course
me,
it
it
does.
increases depression. Playing Christmas music when it's not anywhere close to Christmas I can't think of anything more depressing.
You're you, Nick.
I don't
Who
know.
knows,
I don't know if I think it's depressing as much as
Like
it's just,
Mr. I have Christmas lights all over my
Well.
fucking basement.
Not to celebrate Christmas, I just like LED lights.
No, you could have chose.
I get a lot of
green
compliments on
and
those.
red.
You know, that couldn't be any more Christmas.
I don't feel it's being morale depressing as much as just it's just like white noise to me. Like I don't
Christmas music?
when it's not Christmas, I
Oh,
just
yeah.
move on. Christmas time, it's awesome, but once you get to January 1st, I'm like that. Okay, we're done with that.
Yeah, to
See?
me it's weird.
Christmas time gets annoying after a while because they started so damn early. And you're like, okay,
Yeah,
it's not snowing.
it's not even Thanksgiving.
It's not
yet,
even
right? It's
Thanksgiving.
just Halloween
Yeah,
tomorrow,
come
and
No, and then like the Hallmark Channel takes down like good shows like Frasier and then just plays
Ooh.
gushy girl Christmas movies that have the same damn plot. Every single one has the same plot.
you understand it. But that's what Frasier was. Everyone's the same plot.
But that's a sitcom.
Frasier
They're
gets
making
into some sort
they're
of
making
a
movies,
pickle.
but they're all the same.
Frasier-
Miles has to help him out.
Hey, you know what? You could do a lot worse than the Frasier show, sir.
Oh, I'm not shitting on Frasier. I'm just saying you're comparing
The
it
smartest
to a sitcom.
TV show.
Easy, big fella.
Telling you,
Not shitting on Frasier.
No, I agree with Nick. The writing is
top notch.
some of the best that television's ever seen.
Hold your tongue when you talk about Kelsey Grammer.
Just relax, fellas.
Hopefully, everyone's at home, either quarantined or self-quarantining.
Yeah,
Washing your hands, staying away from your loved ones.
yeah. As far away as you can. As far away as you've always wanted to be.
We're breaking the 6 foot. Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is I know you guys probably out in TV land are probably thinking, well, how do you guys, stay so spry and healthy, and you guys are all together. There's no social distancing or anything like that. So we, at the beginning of this, anticipated that this was going to happen, and we all took a group shower and then licked the floor. Then we sliced our arms and put our blood together, so our immune system was on track on the same level. And now, as a result,
We're all werewolves.
we're all
Hold
either
on,
going
this
to
is
be
going somewhere.
we're all going to be either just as healthy or just as sick together.
I'm feeling good.
Just
I
so you
was
guys
feeling good
know,
until I heard
I was
that.
gonna say.
it was like an elephant shower. It was not glamorous.
If I knew
Danielle had a big brush.
And then we all bidet.
a lot of pink
bidet
powder.
without cleaning the poop off.
There was some delousing.
So if I'm a new listener to the Schnozzcast, I might be very disturbed at this moment. But I also realize that these guys, I should probably listen to them every week, because any given week they could all be dead together.
Yeah.
Like apparently they've taken a suicide pact and said, look, if one of us is getting it, we're all getting it. Like no more podcasts. We're not if one of us goes down, the whole thing is done.
Hey guys, the Nikes came in the mail today. Bob, here's your pair. Nick, your
Yeah.
pair.
So, but actually, my basement is a quarantine bubble. We've got the ultraviolet air purification going on back here. If you smell a little ozone, that's what that is, keeping you safe. You don't even know it.
Sorry.
And the
I thought
temperatures.
that was Cory. Cory's
You
your
know,
ozone is getting to mine.
no. What
Well, that's an
covers-
ozone, all right.
What emanates off of Cory destroys ozone. Greenhouse gases.
That's right.
Danielle was not appreciative of her being the brushing person.
Got a big old ooh from that. Krabby also said he was glad he missed this episode.
Have we
We
destroyed his chances for coming back?
We missed you in the shower, Krabby.
Past the maker's mark.
He does shower in grain alcohol.
It's funny though, like when you did get an ooh, and yes, it was a joke. But if say something like that happened, we were all outside, got sprayed by a skunk, had to get hosed off. And Danielle, she's doing it, and she's complaining the whole time. Now whip that around. If it was Cory and it was Danielle and 3 of her friends who had to strip down, and Cory had to hose them off, would you be complaining? No.
Cory, don't answer that.
I was gonna say, I'm
don't
not-
answer that.
No.
Depends which friend.
You're like,
I
all
was gonna
right,
say,
go.
Yeah.
I'll take my time. I'll be very.
Be very
I'll be
precise. and-
very.
This is Stephanie. I'm Stacy.
Let's scratch Stephanie, because there are plenty of Stephanies that she knows.
Cold Cory.
And Carrie.
No, seriously. You have your girlfriend driving you and 3 of your idiot drunk friends home from the bar because you all had too much to drink. She'd be bitching up a storm. Whip that around. You have your boyfriend driving the girl and 3 of her drunk friends home. I don't think you'd be bitching. I wouldn't bitch. You'd be like, all right, you had too much to drink. I'll drive you home, no problem.
I think you're hitting on the fundamental difference between men and women.
Yes,
drunk
that's what I
men,
am.
Drunk men are disgusting
Well,
assholes, but drunk women are endlessly fascinating.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are
Until
they?
they throw up in the back of your
yes,
car. Yeah.
To a certain point. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could be endlessly fast.
I'll just say this.
What do you want to know?
I would
I know
agree with
everything.
that. I would agree.
I
with
know
that.
everything. What do you want to know?
When you're relatively sober, there's nothing worse than a drunk anybody.
Oh, whatever. If
No,
any
I can-
one of
I
you,
can-
if
no,
you guys
I
call me,
disagree.
if you guys call me and had no way home and were shit faced beyond belief, as long as you don't throw up in my car, I have no problem driving you guys.
We never can get.
You
a
would
hold
never
of you.
hear. You get what I mean? You wouldn't hear a peep on you.
4 o'clock.
Now,
the
if you
next
did it
day. Sorry, I was
every
shitting.
day, that would probably get old. But hey, Joe, yeah, we're drunk again.
Sorry, guys, I was asleep.
Or
I
I
text-
was shitting.
I was pooping all
One of
day.
the,
I'm not answering my phone if I'm pooping.
exactly.
So housekeeping.
No housekeeping.
Since Tuesday.
Not since nothing.
Oh, we've changed the lights from green to blue. Taken down some St. Pat's decorations. Gone through a lot of Fireball.
I would totally have been fine if we could skip doing this tonight because I know I have 2 episodes still to edit and put up there, and the one from a week ago, I'm about 2 hours and 20 minutes into it, but it's a 4-hour affair. I'm not even close to the end of that one, and then I got the one from St. Patty's Day to go through. So I'm sure Cory's just as far behind as I am.
Yes, as a matter of fact, as we're speaking, I'm uploading the video footage from that episode, and just putting it onto my hard drive here. It's going to take about 48 minutes.
Slacker.
Corey, this is episode 64.
Sorry.
Can I make a suggestion?
No,
Oh,
St. Patty's
yes,
Day was at
'cause-
65.
gotcha.
Yes, sir.
You have
Calendar's
two.
wrong.
You have 2 episodes you have to edit.
Yeah, just listen to clean up. Yeah,
Fuck it.
fuck it, put it up. No,
Put 'em on.
no.
Why? It's only 2.
Well, first of all, the first one is 4 hours.
All right, cut that one a little. Just heck, random bits out. Even
Well,
if it doesn't.
that's what I'm doing.
Even if it doesn't
That's-
make sense.
that
No,
is
just
the-
randomly.
What?
You don't even have to
No,
listen. Just randomly.
so
The conversation just
Oh,
stops.
wait a minute. They
sentences
were
just
talking
gonna cut
about
off in the
circus
middle.
elephants and segued into.
let's try to see if we can recreate that. Joe, how was your day today?
How was my day?
And so Cory, how was your day today?
So 7
Hey
days
Nick,
ago,
what's with the
And you taking
what's
this
with the
too
lack
far.
of fireball? Hey, that was Schnozzcast. I mean, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
I have to listen to it. So, other than that, nothing new to report, fellas.
makes sense.
Makes sense, absolutely.
So there was a level of trauma that had transpired after the St. Patty's Day podcast.
Oh, boy, here we
when
go.
when Mr. Selesky had a couple pops, and he believed that his giant magnet could adhere to a thin sheet of household aluminum that was about 9.5 feet in the air.
It wasn't. I couldn't reach it with my hand, so it wasn't.
over cement. So he was on his little tippy toes. Well, here's the thing: you're not 9.5 feet tall, but add another 3 feet to your height with your arms on your tiptoes, and you'll probably get there.
I don't know. It's giving me a lot of credit.
So anyhow, it was high up in the air for Cory.
Jesus, yeah. Come on. Okay, 8 feet.
Yeah, and
7 might be tough.
and in his mind, there was no question that magnet was sticking to the side of my garage, and he wanted to do a little videoing outside. Took his hand, boom, put it right on the side, let go, boom, crashed right to the ground, seemingly broke his GoPro camera, and I could hear the violins.
Well, at that point, his whole holiday was ruined.
Oh, I think his year was ruined.
Yeah.
Everything. You couldn't have done. It was as if he saw, his newborn baby hit by a car.
I've seen fathers react less when they drop their baby.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened? I thought you stomped on his camera. Like, fuck you, Cory. That's what I think about you and your camera.
Well, so
Dropped it from the. God damn it.
So it was like a wave of misfortune had come upon his life, and there was no talking him off the edge of the cliff. I mean, his hands were shaking more than usual, and he was staring at his camera, and his eyes were welling up. And we finally figured out, hey, I have a GoPro inside that I don't use, and I'm pretty sure that lens might come off.
I knew the lens would come off.
His it had like not even protective, but it had a square lens around the outside, specifically for that purpose because GoPro's so heavy duty. That glass broke on that removable lens, and those are $20. And his camera was perfectly fine. So when I noticed that, I was like, oh man, you are so lucky. I'm not lucky. I am not lucky. Are you kidding me? Did you just see what happened? I'm like, you are, dude. You have a $400-some camera, and you pop this little lens off, and you can buy a new one on Amazon for $20. Nope, that wasn't good enough. He was done. That was it. So
I was ready to pack it up and head on home.
So no shoulder pats or words of wisdom could talk him off that ledge. So I ran inside and got my GoPro, and with some quick thinking, Cory was able to steady one of his hands and was able to pop that cover off, and it was a great fit for the lens. And I've never seen a smile so big in my life.
It's a big turnaround.
And I almost fell over with the giant hug that he water buffaloed into me with. And the day was saved. The day was saved.
And that's when the drinking started.
Yeah.
That's when the
Party.
drinking started again.
All was well
He
with the world.
redoubled his efforts.
Corey, where are you going?
Okay.
I'm going home. All right, have a good night.
Camera lens back on.
That's sort of
Turn
like
back on
some
the Irish
wistful
pub
sounding-
music.
Suicidal. Good night.
Goodbye, cruel
Goodbye.
world. Yeah, then at that point, you were just on a mission.
Yeah, it got serious after that.
Yeah. Yeah, made it to 6. He said 6.
Yeah, I think he made it till 6. We started. I woke up at 7. Bob got up at about 5:45. Showed up over here around 9. Joe was here a little bit later. Cory and Danielle. Hey, what time did you get here? Like
Middle
middle,
hour
Little
and
after-
maybe
little
11.
after.
middle of the
you-
podcast.
11:30 maybe.
Yeah, Corey and Daniel got here almost around 10.
Yeah.
But we were all fine. We had a nice Irish meal, and then we went outside because we realized it was sunny. But that was our demise. Well, it wasn't our demise, but it was one of the group's demise because we didn't realize that Cory had an allergy to vitamin D. Apparently, vitamin D speeds up the alcohol processing,
It does.
metabolizing in his system. Because when asking him how he went from 0 to 1,000 within like 40 minutes, he said, "I think it's because I'm not used to going and drinking during the day." And I said, "What do you mean drink like in the morning?" Or he said, "No, I think it was being out in the sun."
It did. It had an adverse effect on me.
So
I just remember you, Daniel said, "Oh, we're going to take off." And Corey's like, "Yep, we're going to take off."
whoop.
Right into the chair. I'm like, wow, I did not know you were that gone. Not at all.
It hit hard and quick.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
There was a point where we all said our goodbyes, and
That's right.
Danielle placed Cory in the car as if an infant into a car seat.
Buckle you in, buddy.
And there was buckling in and okay, you know,
It's okay. Pat on the head.
we did a lot of, you know, bro hugs and yeah, have a good one and it was good seeing you, happy St. Pat's, and she walked him to her car, put him in, shut the door. She's like, "Oh, you guys, I gotta use the restroom real quick." She walks inside, car door opens up, all of a sudden Cory's right back at the bar in my backyard. "Hey!" Big smile on his face. I'm like, and I wanted to get upset because I want to be like, "Your mom just put you away. You can't be here." I'm like, "He's a grown man. He can have the car if he wants."
He's like leaning on the bar going, "I'm back.
He was so proud of himself. Like,
What's up?"
Figured out how to get out of that car.
the child lock, I figured it out.
Crawled through the window.
He legitimately, in his eyes, you could tell he was like, "I hope I can stay here all night." Oh, and here comes Mom.
Danielle
Well.
walked out and saw him. "Cory!"
Get your ass.
It has been a pleasure.
And then we got
Back in the car he went.
we got more hugs and we got to say goodbye again.
Yeah.
5 minutes later.
Goodbye.
All right, guys.
Okay.
No, we already did this.
Good times, all around.
I got up the next morning. I was telling Bob. Got up the next morning and I'd taken my clothes off and just put them on the chair in my room.
Yeah.
Jeez. I got up and I'm
Tell
like,
us more.
Yeah.
I woke up.
Then
I'm like,
what'd you do?
damn. No,
Oh, you pooped yourself?
No. I pooped myself when I was walking in trying to fix my speaker.
Oh.
Just cracked my pants and
So you were
washed it off in the shower.
So you were laying naked.
Can I finish the story?
We're waiting.
No, I woke up in the next morning, and right when I woke up, I was like, God, I thought my house was on fire. It reeked of campfire. Like more than I've ever reeked of campfire before. And I was like, okay, I got to go to work. And
Okay.
I put I washed my face and brushed my teeth and all that, and I put my clothes on, and I'm getting ready to walk out the door, and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't do this. So I took everything off, threw it in the wash, hopped in the shower, and had to wait for all my shit to get washed and dried, and then went to work. Because if I would have went to work, people would have been like, "Fuck,
Yeah,
are you
what-
doing last night?"
What forest did you
Yeah.
burn
I
down?
love that smell, though. I think campfire is my favorite smell.
Well, apparently you didn't because you took your clothes off.
Well, I'm not going to sleep in my clothes.
He was kind enough to know that the rest of us wouldn't appreciate it.
Right.
You sleep in your clothes.
I sleep in underwear. Thank you.
That's what
Joe.
I slept in. What was so unclear about that story?
I got it.
Okay.
I'm with you.
He is not, though.
I did put my hat on the next day, and I was like, what is
yeah.
that smell?
Yeah.
Right. And then it took me a second. I'm like, oh, that's right. We did start a campfire.
Yeah. And then all stood, within 6 inches of it
Right.
for 4 hours.
Say,
My feet were on fire.
I had to Febreze my hat like 5
Well, you were
times.
taking off your shoes.
Because
At
they
one
were
point,
starting to melt.
He
I
may have even
grabbed
taken
my
his socks
shoe.
off and putting his foot directly into the fire.
No, I didn't take my socks off, but my shoes were so hot I could feel it through my shoe.
Yeah.
So I had to take it off.
Yeah.
And they were rubber. I had my Crocs
To
on.
better cook your foot.
To better.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
To singe my.
But
That's good thinking, Joe.
the weather after the sun went down wasn't very forgiving to be sitting
No.
around
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
So everyone was kind of taking turns warming their asses up in their feet, and it was a little chilly out.
Anybody got a news story?
News?
News.
I can pull something up here. I saw it earlier.
Okay. So you and I got something.
You can go ahead with yours.
Guy had posted on Twitter that I guess the movie Cats is now available on digital. In case anyone out there was waiting for that. Congratulations.
Guys,
You're
I
on
gotta
your way.
go.
So, I haven't seen it. I've read some of the reviews for it, and apparently it was a god-awful piece of shit.
Yeah, I heard it was bad.
But, so apparently this guy posted on Twitter saying that a friend of his was a visual effects guy and working for a studio that works with Hollywood on their movies. And in order to, his job over the last several weeks was to work on Cats. And specifically to remove the CGI buttholes on all of the cats in the movies.
Why would they even include those?
I don't know, but that's the fascinating part, is that the job was done, but that means that there exists out there somewhere a buttholes cut of cats with the buttholes in it, which I think is fascinating, and hopefully we'll get to see.
Oh, if they want to make money off this shitty movie, make a buttholes copy.
Right.
Okay.
Now, I never saw it in the theaters, so
Uncut.
I don't know if in the theater version you got to see buttholes in the
Why
cats.
would you even include that?
But somebody made the executive decision and said, "Hey, we're still on track for that digital version." Johnson, did you get those buttholes off there yet? We're counting on you,
No,
Johnson.
what's even worse is somebody took the time to put them on there, and the director was like, "Yeah, go for it." Why would you do that?
I don't know. That's my booze news
It's
story.
like, it's like keep making sure all the male cats have balls.
I want to
on.
live in a world in which
You know?
there is a all
Yeah.
buttholes version of Cats that you can download.
It's
That-
got to be
that's-
around.
That's
Oh, you know-
America.
they
so
have
you
That's
know
America, goddamn.
It's all
You know that's
digital,
gonna
they have
happen.
it,
Yeah. All you, Cory.
So, I'm assuming everyone here has heard of the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yes.
Is this the buttholes version of the Dead Sea Scrolls?
Sure.
Is there anything to do with the coronavirus? Because I don't want to hear it.
No.
Good, because I'm sick of it.
Well, Dead Sea Scrolls, you just think comedy gold when you hear that. This is going to be a rollicking, laugh a minute sort of a...
Oh, my knee.
Well, so the first scrolls were found in caves off the western shore of the Dead Sea in 1947. They were sold to a museum of Museum of Evangelical Christian, and it's also owned by billionaire Steve Green. Take a guess how much he paid for these scrolls.
How much Steve Green paid for them?
Correct.
$50.
In 1947, he bought them?
No, he bought them. He bought them in 2017.
Oh, okay.
Lots.
I'm
$3
gonna-
million.
500 million.
Ooh, that's a good. I'm gonna go.
I'm not
between-
reading.
I'm gonna say 300 million.
I thought you read the screen because it is he paid $500 million for.
Swear to God, I
the
didn't
Dead
He
Sea
has been
Scrolls.
staring at the screen
Yeah.
the whole time.
Look how far away I am.
Yeah, you're at least 2 feet.
We all know Joe's sketchy eyesight. There's no way you could have seen that.
I'm a good guesser. I can see everything.
I mean, if you're a billionaire,
That's nothing to him.
When you buy the Dead Sea Scrolls, do they want cash? Does it have to be liquid?
I have no idea how that would
Do you have
go.
a payment plan? $1 million every year. For
I've
50
asked.
years.
That's I've asked.
So he paid $500 million for 16 fragments of what were believed to be the authentic Dead Sea Scrolls. And 5 days ago, guess what they concluded?
They're not.
They are fake.
Excellent. I was going to say. That's fan. Does he get his money back?
No, that's gone.
Yeah.
But
But technically, he's got the most famous fake set of Dead Sea Scrolls there are. So that's
I
something,
mean,
right?
I don't know if he's at all interested.
I think he'll rebound. I think he'll be okay.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
but yeah, it was reported they were just created on old shoe leather, and someone planted them
Yeah.
in that cave.
So what sort of vetting of these scrolls was done prior to the purchase by Steve Green?
By an expert.
Right. You can't buy a goddamn baseball
Fuck
card
no.
now without having it being, like, oh, look at the edges and look at the markings. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? There's pen in this, so I can tell the ink from that pen was from 1963.
Yeah.
It's definitely a real thing.
Yeah, clearly someone didn't do their homework before they bought those.
Or he was fleeced beyond belief, and there was some sort of.
We've got our, thank God, Mr. Guido, come on over here. Mr. Guido's the foremost expert in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Taking a look at these, what would you say?
Well, judging from the wear and tear on the leather, I'd say they're legit.
Perfect. I'll take them.
Just sign a check on the dotted line, and we'll move on.
Sold.
Judging by the smell and taste of these Dead Sea Scrolls,
Smell like a Foot Locker.
Well, it's like that. Like they do all kinds of
shoe.
Did it say
Sumatra
like
leather.
New Balance on the bottom?
Jesus. They do carbon dating on all kinds of shit. Did they not do
Right,
anything
yeah.
on this?
Why
They
would
just
you
looked
pay-
at them, held them up to the sun. They're like, yeah,
Why
okay.
would you even have thought about paying 1/10 of that without knowing for fucking sure?
Do you want my opinion? Because religion.
Give me
I
some.
feel like-
No, when it
I
comes
Hold
feel
on.
like we're going to get it.
I'm still
when it
thinking about
comes
that
to
question.
religion and it comes to people's beliefs, that is, even if it was they were found out. If that never happened, they found out that they were fake. He would have made money hand over fist showing these to people.
Well, it
They
did.
go, Jesus. They find pictures of Jesus on like toast. Oh, this came out of my toaster, and look, Jesus is on my toast, and people go nuts for that shit. When it
Did they
comes
buy
to
that toast for
people's
500
religion-
million, though?
No, but you get look all that crap up. People find like the Virgin Mary and their pancake syrup and stuff like that. It's crazy as shit.
Well,
Why is it all to do with breakfast?
I don't know. It's a lot of breakfast food. My
No steaks?
My eggs Benedict looked a lot like
Everybody knows
the Virgin
Jesus
Mary.
doesn't show up at dinner time. It's always problems.
It's always he's a morning guy.
It's like a morning DJ.
He's a morning dude.
He's a morning guy.
But yeah, they were.
Baby, welcome to
Early to
Jesus
bed,
show.
early to rise.
Never gone
That
to church
Jesus
at
thing, right? It's always in the morning.
No, midnight mass, bitch.
Yeah, it's not
But
midnight mass
that's on
all year
special
long.
occasions.
Special occasions.
Christmas.
You're saying God only shows up at special occasions?
He only shows up at breakfast.
Oh, Krabby's loving this.
Oh, he's probably the amount of time he's probably slapped his own forehead.
You idiots!
Yeah.
God, won't they stop talking?
I completely forgot that I have to drink while watching this podcast.
Coronavirus, take me now.
Wow. Why didn't he? So was the religious art world, collectors, sort of losing their minds because he paid so much? I wonder if they thought that he, like, oh my God, there's no way that's worth $500 million. Or were they like, oh my God, that's amazing. I can't believe you got him.
It did say it was the most valuable thing in the collection.
In that cave.
Well, in that cave, yes.
There's a lot of rocks.
Sumatran leather.
Bad poop.
But
Hey, look at those.
Yeah, I just couldn't imagine the feeling of spending $500 million on something and
At least
Several
get it
years
checked
You'll
out
never
first.
have to worry about having that feeling.
maybe $300 million.
You'll never ever have to worry.
Look how many GoPros I bought. At least get the shit checked out first, and then purchase.
Yeah,
So
I would
what
really.
was the
you know?
what was the impetus behind getting them checked out at all? Was it because he was trying to sell them from there?
No, just artifacts like that. I mean, every so often people just continually question the authenticity of it.
But it seems pretty early that, like, within less than 2 years, someone proved they were fake.
Well, I mean,
So it must have been a fairly easy thing to do.
I would assume so. If you know, it only took 2 years.
but they've been in existence that we've known about since 1947. So between 1947 and 2017,
prior to
no one figured out that they were fake.
prior to Steve Green buying them, they were in an Israeli museum. So I feel as if they, being a religious artifact, there was really no questioning. Their culture doesn't really delve into that. If they find something, someone says, "Oh, this is the real deal," they just kind of say, "Yep, that is exactly it."
I think the religious community it tends to allow, inclusion or at least viewing of that sort of thing.
Well, and the other aspect which it doesn't delve on is he could have bought them from the Israeli museum for that $500 million, and then had them tested himself, and then found out they were fake.
That's true.
I could see that being the circumstance that he's like, "Oh, well, I have my own museum. I'd like to buy these artifacts from you."
Yeah.
And what sort of venue does one sell Dead Sea Scrolls?
Well, the next items we have up for sale are the Shroud of Turin, the Jesus Toast, and the Dead Sea Scrolls. Let's start the bidding.
Now that we've sold John F. Kennedy's golf clubs,
Next comes the Jesus Toast.
next on the agenda is the Dead Sea Scrolls bidding at 100,000.
Toasted by an 80-year-old woman in
500 million!
Texas.
Right.
Sold to Steve Green.
Let's start the bidding at 500 million.
This is a piece of wheat toast.
Going once, going twice, sold. Earlier.
We'd like to start the bidding at $5, and we'll go up by 5.
Yes, Mr. 500 million. Sold.
Longest auction ever.
Sir, I'm not sure if you've been here before, but we always go by 5.
What's even worse, too, is this guy's a billionaire, right? So,
He was.
well, he was a billionaire. So he's got to have some brains in his head.
Worthless leather.
Gee, pawn shop owners know to get checked out, and this guy's just like, yeah, I'll fucking buy him. And then buys them and then gets them checked out.
Well, I said I would assume that the Israeli museum that was in possession of them, they weren't like, "Oh yeah, we'll let you check them out, and then you can purchase them."
Well, they're not
Like,
legit.
oh, no,
I thought
it's-
they'd be legit.
Give us our money, and then yes, you own them, and you can do whatever you want with them. Like find out they're fake.
Well, I've learned.
You need to get a hee-haw jacket on that soundboard. On that soundboard. Jackass of the week. There's a good one. Moron of the week. Thanks. Was that the jackass one?
Already got one.
It doubles as you and the jackass.
Outstanding.
So we are 33 minutes in, and we're missing something.
Bathroom?
Yeah, but Danielle didn't want to come tonight.
Oh, she's not here.
Joe's like, maybe that's why he keeps rubbing my thigh under the table. I didn't say anything. Felt kind of nice.
I don't like it.
Right.
Can't get coronavirus through your jeans, can you?
Get something through your jeans.
Oh, someone's got a tear in his jeans.
What's that, Joe? That never happens when I do that to Danielle.
Bob's going to be officiating.
Well, what?
Of our friend.
Deep sea fishing.
Fascinating.
Officiating, right?
Yes, there you go. Officiating.
Too many syllables.
Lots of syllables.
Tonight's shot pouring,
Sponsored by Kellogg.
sponsored by Fireball.
So, speaking of Fireball,
Yeah.
should we, at some point tonight,
Oh.
show what you
No.
No?
I didn't acquire it.
Yes, you did. Well, I originally acquired it
There you
and
go.
turned it over to you as of last night.
That's true.
But if you want to keep it a secret, we can keep it a secret.
Fireball.
All right, if you're new to the podcast, we tend to pour a shot every now and again. A little communal, let's say, cleansing of the spirits. So if you've got one, please join us. Gentlemen,
Even if your stash is low.
or if it's a handlebar.
Cheers.
What?
That was death button worthy. That joke.
The joke.
Ha. Ha.
Oh yeah.
My mouth doesn't understand how to taste anything else but cinnamon these days.
Yeah, right.
It really, you think we could switch it up. Last time I thought Cory was like, I'm gonna take a break from Fireball, and then he brought Fireball over.
Well, 1 week ago we were talking about soliciting input from our listeners as to what kind of shot we were doing. You're like, no, not interested. Nope, hard pass.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I don't want.
Only Bacardi.
I just want to pick out my own thing. I don't want people telling me.
Speaking of that,
Oh, this is,
let's revisit that because
triple nipple fucker.
I
don't want
Oh, I love the triple nipple fucker.
I was thinking about it. That was very, very late into that episode, and I don't think we had that many viewers or listeners at that time.
Yeah.
So, what was the topic we discussed?
Well, we
as far as
haven't even
shots?
published it yet. So.
No, I know, but for the people that are currently on and listening.
And you're assuming that there are some.
Oh, there are.
So the offer is, apparently for some of us, we're interested in your feedback to Schnozzcast@gmail.com. That's SCHNOZZcast@gmail.com. If you've got any suggestions of the kind of shot that you think that we should do, whether it's a triple nipple fucker or a gorilla fart or a three wise men, send us an email. Give us a shot recipe, and I think we put the caveat that I shouldn't have to buy a fifth of something in order to make the shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pints at the most.
Double shots.
Not even make. We got to mix these fucking things.
half pints.
We'd be willing to do that.
With the amount of sticky Fireball residue that's
I'll
all
have
over my
a,
counters.
Squashed strawberry alley cat.
Fellas, I know this goes against the fundamental ethos of this podcast, which is to do as little as humanly possible. But in order to get some good comedy gold, sometimes you got to do stuff like mix and drink. I think that's something that we could do.
Yeah, I'm okay with mixing drinks.
Yeah.
But, when there's a big fist-sized chunk of chaw in my garbage disposal, and
I knew that was going
when
to come out at some point.
when there's some sort of barnyard dirt floating in my toilet, and there's sticky residue all over every flat surface in my home,
That was me. I
What does that
apologize.
have to do with
I don't think we can pour shots eloquently enough to not spill them all over the Berber carpet.
I caused
just
sticky,
I just
sticky
poured
residue.
Yeah, there's a protective tablecloth.
there's not a drop on the tablecloth
And you're
or
not
on the floor?
and you're not mixing anything.
Well, that's
And
true.
this is your first shot.
It definitely would have to be the first shot.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry,
It couldn't
man.
be the last
You
shot.
You,
We
mix,
can go carpet shopping tomorrow. I'll
You
just
mix-
put it on my card, man.
you
I'm
mixed
really
our
sorry.
shots, and then you spilled them and struck the Achilles heel of my decor.
The Berber carpet.
At least Nick gets it.
the
Thank you.
remnant.
Yes.
Thank God he
Berber
gets it.
remnant.
The Achilles heel of my decor. The
I'm totally willing to do it over there off the carpet. I'll put a little cloth
on the
down.
asbestos tile.
over the utility sink
Yeah, sure.
where Cory
Wherever
washes,
you would like
where
me to.
Cory washes his drink glasses.
Wherever you like
That's
to
right.
do it. Anyway, just trying
My
to get some
Uh-huh.
listener appreciation and involvement. That's all. And if you don't want to do that, send us an email with an existential question or something you want us to address. We'll read it on the air.
Somebody please send an email so Bob
Yeah,
can feel.
Jesus Christ!
Joe, Joe,
even-
your mom.
All I get is spam in this
Email.
email box.
Took a wicked shot.
I just want to hear from the listener.
just a simple hi, so Bob, so we can put it on one of the episodes that Bob can open up the
You know
email.
how happy I would fucking be if we got an email from anybody.
Krabby.
Krabby, you don't have to.
I was going to say, Krabby, just real quick, bust out the laptop.
No. Even Krabby's like, no, it's funnier just to see him bitch about not getting it. All right, Nick, I'm going to
Thank
assume
you.
you still have not watched The Professional.
No.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're not going to wait anymore. It's been like a month. We're going to do another round. I'm going to keep you out of it because you still got a movie to watch. So this is for the gentleman's agreement. Joe.
Yeah.
Are you able to give a quick verbal description for any listeners for what the gentleman's agreement is? If not, that's fine.
Yeah, we all pick a name out of the bucket
Thin air?
that Bob is shaking up, and
Yeah.
we tell whoever we pick what movie.
Yeah, I think generally we're going with movies. But it could be a TV show.
Oh, yeah, what movie or TV series that we suggest for them that we like.
Mhm.
That's not crap.
Right.
We don't think it's crap.
Yeah, that's good.
Was that good? Thank you.
Yeah, and the person has to watch it and come back and give us an oral book report.
I just think I'm like, end over end. Wow. What am I doing?
You're going to pick one of those. Draw a name. Hopefully not your own.
Oh,
Make sure
am I picking?
well,
You want me to read it first?
yeah, just so you know you didn't pick your own.
Getting a call from the proprietor of Uncle Ray's Official.
Fucking A.
Pick your own?
Yeah.
Throw it back in there, mix it up.
Dude.
There we go.
I'm sure he's not calling, going and watching the podcast, fellas. Great job.
No, clearly, because otherwise he probably wouldn't be
I
calling.
got Bob.
Hey man,
Okay, cool.
how do I turn off the lights over the dartboard?
All right, so Joe picked me. Cory?
I have Joe.
All right.
You got me last time.
Which means I got Cory. Okay. Thanks, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Who can catch better?
Well, it involves sports, so not Nick.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to pull my notes here, fellas.
Nick's a sportsman.
It's true.
A huntsman.
Just because you don't watch sports doesn't mean you aren't a sportsman. I hate sports.
All right, Cory,
Kill things all the time.
I got you, which means you got Kill Bill Volume 1.
Fair enough.
And continue on your trek through the Tarantino verse.
Works for me.
All right. Joe?
Could
got
it
me.
be like a special, like a comedy special?
Sure. I'll tell you if I've already seen it. While you're thinking about that,
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
do you have something for Joe?
Oh, wait, I only got like
I do.
30 seconds to think.
No, I'm giving you time.
Go ahead.
So we don't listen to you go,
So my pick for Joe is it's a documentary called Everybody's Everything. It's about I'll use the term loosely, but a rapper that is kind of like an emo punk.
I've seen it. I know what you're talking about.
Not
I
seen
swear to
it.
God I have.
As soon as you said rapper, he's like,
hang on.
nope.
Here's
I'm out.
how we'll tell.
Okay.
What's the name of the rapper?
Black guy?
He hasn't seen it. Okay,
That's a horrible rapper name, I'm just going to say.
nice try. Because his name's Lil Peep, and he's a 20-year-old white kid. So
I say black, I meant white.
You make that mistake all the time.
that's my pick for you. Enjoy.
Where can you find that, Cory?
Netflix.
Netflix? Okay.
Joe's pondering his
I just
right
canceled
now.
my Netflix. Sorry, I meant to choose something else.
Well, good thing for you.
Jesus,
I
man.
have a Netflix account. I will give you the password.
that would be stealing from that company. I don't think I could do that.
I just smashed my TV last night.
My house burnt down.
I have a feeling the name of Joe's next cat is going to be Little Pete. After this.
That's right.
That was the best documentary I've ever watched.
I'm not. If it does help you, honey, I started watching
I'll watch
the first
it.
like 5 minutes, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. But it wrote me right in.
Good luck, Joe.
Well, I mean, no, you don't listen to rap, so whatever. I'll
Cory's
watch
all about
anything.
the rap world.
No, I'll watch anything. I don't care. If it's interesting, I'll watch it. I don't care what it's about.
The ending made me smile.
I don't-
Smiling, I'm not for. So
Oh, they,
I'm not sure that any of us have so far made a pick out of spite.
you know what?
I don't think we have.
I got a great one.
Okay.
Now it can be anything, right? Kids, movie, anything. It's not even. I wouldn't even.
I just had to watch fucking Aladdin, so yeah.
do the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't make it something you have to watch with Bob because
No,
not
we're
gonna
still
happen.
gonna do that. Dude,
We're still going to do that, Nick Bader.
The Muppets Take Manhattan. A lot of adult humor in that. You'd be surprised.
I have seen it.
Oh,
obviously.
well then, okay.
But it's been 25, 30 years.
Oh God,
since
I
I've
could
seen
probably
it, so
quote that movie
I'm sure.
word for word,
So-
song for song.
I'm willing to watch it again because I obviously don't remember anything other than the Muppets Go to Manhattan. And so.
Remember the one with Gregory Hines that we pulled up on the television?
Oh, yeah.
That was Muppet Take Manhattan.
Muppets Take Manhattan or
Yeah.
Go to Manhattan?
Take Manhattan.
Okay.
Everybody's in it. Gabby Coleman's in it. Joan Rivers is in it. Tons of people.
Oh, it's on Voodoo. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's a great movie.
All right.
My favorite Muppet movie.
I got it. Muppets Take Manhattan. That was 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Good year.
People's is People's. Remember that
Don't
one.
fucking spoil it for me.
People's is People's.
Now you're like, oh, I already knew that. I already knew People's is People's. This is all bullshit now.
The Greek restaurant, Pete.
Again,
What was
stop
mine?
talking
I'm
about it.
sorry, what was mine called? I'm not ruining anything.
Lil Peter.
That's what it's called. A lot of Pete's. A lot of Pete's going.
Everybody's everything.
Everybody's everything.
And it's spelled thing.
Everybody's Earth thing.
It should be pretty easy to find because it's one of the top trending documentaries on there.
Well, now it is. You just
I
mentioned
don't
it.
want something that's super popular.
Yeah.
I want something off the wall.
Oh, it's very off the
Hopefully,
wall.
hopefully you'll get an email from Lil Peep to schnozzcast@gmail.com congratulating you for boosting his.
I'm going to create a fake email
To
account
five.
just to
5
send
people.
Bob something,
Right.
so I don't have to hear the email address anymore.
We'll discuss that after because it'll give stuff away if I.
Okay,
So
got it.
He's already made contact with Lil Pete.
Well, they're already pen pals.
Everybody is everything. God.
Hey, Pete.
Tender hoops.
whoa,
Sorry.
hey, easy.
Would you just throw your guitar down?
It did sound like it.
Bing.
No, my phone hit the metal.
I've been sitting here this whole time. I didn't notice he had a guitar.
Right. All right, so another round of gentlemen's agreement in the can. Thank you, fellas. I appreciate it.
Boas?
So when are we gonna bring this particular one back up?
The idea.
Christmas time?
No. The idea is a week from now. Do your best. You know,
I got nothing but
Nick,
time.
you got two
well,
movies to watch too, don't you?
we're all
One I
still
can't
working.
watch without Joe, apparently.
Right.
Just
right.
fucking watch it.
And the other one I'm supposed to tell people that aren't probably not going to be here for another year. So,
Hey,
We'll get him on
yeah.
we'll get him on the phone because he had something to watch too. So
do you feel like watching it? It's great.
What?
The last
Waltz?
Yeah. With our speakers, you can tie those in your.
Look, I'll
No, your
I'll
sound
tell
part's
you
pretty
this:
good.
if there's a night where you're actually going to come over here and he's not working or has the time to watch it, you're actually going to watch together. Let me know and I'll come over. Otherwise, I'm watching Muppets.
What night?
Are you talking to him or me?
we can't.
Yeah.
We're not even going to do this because
No, fuck it. I'm not even.
I said any night for
You said
several
any.
weeks, and you're like,
How's that again?
I will one of these days, man. One of these days.
Maybe they have it on DVD.
Then there's no excuse. Why have you not watched? It's been like a month. It's been more than that.
We'll make it happen. Bob's come over here before with nobody else and watched TV, and he's fallen asleep.
Oh, I won't fall asleep.
Well, hopefully,
to the last
your
Waltz.
plan is to put it to hook it up to the big speaker and have it on like 11.
I want everyone. Oh yeah, I want everyone to.
We were watching stand up.
Tell you what, I'll text it. I'll text it this week. If it doesn't happen, then don't even bother.
I can get on board with that.
The last what?
If you're gonna do it, let me know, and if I'm free, I'll come.
The
over.
last drop promise.
Friday, 11:59. Haven't heard from Joe yet.
That will never happen.
I just saw those guys a lot last week.
Saw him way too much.
I need to go into my 3-week hiatus where I don't talk to anybody.
Yeah, my hibernation.
And then I'm just doing podcast, guys.
Fuck you. You'll never get another fucking pizza from me again.
Oh
You have killed it for the entire
Hit
podcast.
him where it hurts.
That's okay, Nick. My son works for him now and steals pizzas all the time.
But you know what?
Everybody.
After all that hard work I put into the Thank a Pizza Man advertising.
I was gonna say
No, that was nice of you guys.
he did that even before he did the artwork for this podcast,
Yeah.
which we're doing tonight.
For Joe.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
That was. And don't you dare lump me in with the grocery people and the
What's he
FedEx.
pointing at
delivery.
me?
Well,
Because you're the one that said you're like delivery
Joe-
drivers. I'm like, no,
Joe,
that's a FedEx van.
he
That
was-
doesn't mean
he was talking to me on the phone earlier today. He said something along those lines, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's
You just
fucking high. I didn't talk to you at all.
delivery drivers. No,
Yeah.
that's FedEx. That's not.
He's
That
not-
doesn't-
You do deliveries.
He's not a grocer.
You do
Yeah.
deliveries.
And I'm not a FedEx or
You,
UPS.
if
driver.
there's a Venn
They didn't
diagram of
mean
all
it.
of those things,
Bob.
you fall directly in between every one of those.
no,
slices.
I don't want an in between. I want a picture.
That's
The
what you
pizza
are.
guy.
You are an in between. You are an aberration, sir.
But what a
Maybe
better
that'll catch fire.
what a better time. How ironic is it that when Joe was initially talking about it, we're like, okay, Joe, There are more important things and people out there that are doing good things, and you know, you have people that are risking their lives, risking their lives every day. But the fact of the matter is somehow within a couple months with this pandemic, Joe is now in that same category because the pizza people are actually bringing food to people that don't have it and can't leave their home, and risking their lives also.
That could be sick, and then the driver comes back and gets my whole staff sick.
So now you somehow have wormed your way into the same group.
Damn right.
That's the only reason why you got a piece of artwork dedicated to you.
That's right.
Which the brilliant thing that DoorDash was doing that I ordered earlier,
What are they doing?
you can have there's an option to have them just leave it on your
Pre-chewing your
doorstep.
food. Oh, we're doing that already.
We've been doing that for years.
No, we've been doing it for 2 days.
Just
Sir, are you going to get the
leave it
Jets
on
mastication with that order?
Just leave the
what?
COVID bag right on your porch.
No, it's a
Yes.
contactless delivery thing that they do online, and they tell us where they want us to leave it. It has to be prepaid, pre-tipped, and we put it where they want, on their chair, porch, whatever, and we walk away.
Could I have it delivered?
We were at
to
the
the-
forefront.
to the park by the school on top of the swing set.
The lady that brought my
You want?
the lady that brought my Chipotle was actually holding the bag with a Clorox wipe as she handed it to me.
And that's overkill.
No,
That's
no,
a bit much.
no PPE on at all.
Just Clorox wipe.
Like you
PPE.
couldn't personal protection
And you're like,
oh,
Like, what's a
But I got the Clorox wipe.
What is a PPE on?
I'm like, you could have just wore gloves and a mask. You
Yeah.
didn't have to,
Or just one finger?
Right.
Done.
you didn't have to. You didn't have to bleach the brown off of my paper bag.
Thanks for poisoning my food.
So I do have a questioner.
Sorry. We'll
A
just.
question for a listener.
what is the question from the questioner?
Isn't it horrible when
Questioner, bring your question.
bad things
Oh,
happen to
stop.
good sentences?
Gina asked or made a statement that maybe Joe needs a pie chart. I'm hoping that that's a throwback to one of the last episodes that we did discuss Joe having a pie chart.
Pie chart.
Gina, can you weigh in on that?
Damn it!
That's the wrong one.
I had a 50-50 shot.
Bob. Nope.
See, it's not so easy.
There
is
we
it?
go.
Welcome.
Not so easy, is it?
I didn't program them.
Gonna put little.
But you're
notes.
pointing them like that.
Oh, where'd you
That
get those
one?
lights?
Oh, want to press that button?
Whose is this?
This button looks
Oh
like
my
it's
God,
so
take a
fun to
piece of
press.
paper and
Press the
write down
button.
the buttons and
It looks
write
so
what they
fun.
Push your button.
Says a Ren and Stimpy.
Push your button.
Press the button.
Who bought this road thing?
You see that button?
Bob,
Don't touch it.
This was you, man. You bought this.
Colors aren't going to tell you what they are. Just write them down, and then you'll know what they are. You don't say. It's a great idea.
Sadly, I'm not taking suggestions from.
What does she mean? A pie chart.
The last time,
Pizza pie.
the Pizza Men episode that we did, that we discussed the pie chart and how we were going to break it down.
After talking for 20 minutes, I don't think you still fully grasped what a pie chart was.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Remember we said that.
So wait, was that a hidden dig at me?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
She did confirm it that was from that episode. So.
Yeah. She's a loyal listener.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
Well, why are you shitting all over our listeners?
I'm just kidding. Please don't leave. Please don't leave.
Please don't. You can't go. All the plants are gonna die. Yeah. So that's it for gentleman's agreement.
All right.
How far are we in here, Cory?
55 minutes.
You know,
Take a quick
probably another. Yeah, that's good.
quick intermission.
Yep. Oh, we need to have that intermission music like they did. Oh, is that in the public domain? I wonder. You know when they would
sure.
have like a double feature, they have a long movie like Gone with the Wind or something like that. They put a Let's all go
Like
to
in
the
Monty
lobby.
Python when they're
It's like
crossing
a
the
dancing
bridge.
like
Hot dog.
popcorn. Yes.
Yeah.
From the drive-in.
Do they,
Is that public domain? I wonder.
Oh, I'm sure it is. There's no word. There's no words to it. It's not music.
Yes, there. Let's all go to the lobby.
Well, no. Remember in Holy Grail when they're crossing the bridge and it's like intermission. It's like dun, 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 it just starts. Just need a little like
that
circus
odd
music
little-
clip.
Right.
Just use that.
Remember,
Loop it.
remember the episode of remember the Seinfeld? They were talking about that the intermission. He's like, but why is the Pepsi dating the Milk Duds? I don't understand.
Oh, is that
What does he
when
see?
they bought that old theater?
It's like you're walking around with your Pepsi girlfriend.
What season was that?
Oh man, I think it was super early. It was probably from like one of his stand-ups, but it was in the show. Yeah.
What's the Pepsi date in the milk?
Yeah, I think from the first 2 seasons, I tend to forget about it.
Yeah, from 1 and 2, yeah.
Not
I
the
saw
best.
3 and on.
Right.
Did we cut out already?
No.
You know, there
Oh
was
no!
this,
Click! Now we are.
we should do
I
this
was waiting
one
for
night.
you
You
to go on
guys
with
would
the
be
story.
you guys would be good at this.
Yeah.
We do a trivia every Monday night. They've canceled it, of course, because of this shit. But they had a Seinfeld trivia that you had to sign up for and you had to pay for. It was like $10, and it was out in like Ferndale or something like that. And only Dawn and I went, and she knows very little, but she's like, "I'll go, no problem." We were in first place both games,
Okay.
and then ended up losing on the final question because they were so ridiculously hard. And I'm like you, seasons 1 and 2, I know nothing about.
Yeah.
But I was nailing questions that nobody else in the bar knew. I got like 2 of them that nobody else got.
Right.
So, but yeah, we should all do trivia. And you're right. That was the whole thing. Season 1 and 2. I don't get rolling. A lot of shows aren't good until like season 3 or 4.
Yeah.
You know, they gotta get rolling.
Yeah, early Friends seasons too.
Oh yeah, Married with Children.
It's tough to.
I mean,
they got to
they
find
get-
their pace.
Al didn't become Al until like 3. There you go.
All right, Cory. So you found the. You got the volume up.
Yep.
Nostalgia Blue.
All right, here we go.
What's it? Blue?
Play button, of course.
That's what I'm trying to hit.
They're 3 minutes long.
I think there's some other ones on there.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't remember anything other than just that first verse.
You gotta sit here
Jesus
3
Christ,
minutes
3
before
minutes.
intermission? Well,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's very cool that you can get that on YouTube.
There you
We'll
go.
be back.
$2,500.
We're back. We're back.
Welcome back to the second half of episode 65. Joe's going to kick us off with an existential question, one full of dread and dark portents.
You want me to say that?
Sure.
Oh. Well, first of all, you had to have seen the movie. But for anybody out there, how many people? 1?
Joe, this is for the future.
Okay.
Assume that there's going to be
Well, anyone out there that
tens of thousands.
since what's going on with the virus and all that, like if shit actually went down. But if anyone's seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, in the beginning when they're breaking out of the jail and he cuts Morgan Freeman loose and then goes to free his buddy, but his buddy's chained up.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry. His buddy's chained up.
Yeah.
And he can't get him free, and then the guards start pouring in. And they got to get the hell out of there. And he looks at his friend and he says, "I'm sorry," and then they take off and they leave him there. I'm pretty sure they killed that guy, whoever that guy was.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like if you were in your house in the quarantine state that we're in, and say you had a sick parent or a sick kid, or even a pet, and shit went down and you had to get the hell out of there and get to your friend's house who had a lot of guns and beer. And you really had to get the hell out of there. And you just look at whoever that is in the face and you're like, "I'm sorry," and you just took off. Would you do it, or would you stay there and both die? Or would you save your own skin? If you knew that you were both going to die.
So my answer as a parent would be I would be there with them.
Okay. If you're going to be with them,
Yeah.
what would you do?
Hold them close while we died.
You wouldn't like feed them poison and
What?
make it quick?
Like
or
a
like-
mutual suicide pact?
Yeah. Before you get torn apart by the mob that's breaking into your house.
I mean,
This is not even this to me is not good podcast material. This
No,
is too
no.
depressing.
what you're doing is it's an interesting exercise in giving someone an impossible choice.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going for. Possible choice. What would you do?
Impossible choice.
Impossible.
So you're asking, would I like smother my child with a pillow to kill my child rather than have them torn to pieces by the mob?
I mean, if you knew it was going down, like
But
they
the
were
mob
going
is
to rip you
there
apart.
not to kill us. They're probably there just to take all of our supplies. In which case,
But but obviously you wouldn't do it. Oh my God! It was the UPS man. I just fucking killed my kid. No, but you get what I mean. Like if it was balls out, just terror.
DoorDash.
No, balls out, terror.
No!
Sorry about that.
Ah, thank God I got 2.
I'll just be eating that Big Mac. Oh, good, you got chicken nuggets too.
Jack just looks like it's me and you,
No,
buddy.
you. Well, so
No,
to be
it's just
fair,
me.
to be fair,
To be fair,
No.
there's a lot of. By the way, I haven't had a chance to drop on the things yet, but
clearly.
there's a lot of movies like The Road.
It's Ian's favorite movie.
Was that
The Road?
Vigo? Was that with Vigo?
Oh, it's The Road.
Mortensen.
Was that him?
The Road?
That's The Road. That's the same person that Master Mixer.
It was based on a Cormac McCarthy novel, very apocalyptic.
Right. That's what I'm talking about, though. If you got to.
Yeah, or even if you've seen
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend is a great one.
Yep.
Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. What was the one
No
where
monster. We're not talking about
they're
monsters.
in a submarine? Was it
No, there's
Crimson
no-
Tide?
The Beatles.
No. It's
The
a
yellow.
submarine movie where they've taken a hit or there's flooding in like the bottom
Oh,
and somebody's down there trying to fix it and the valve they're trying to turn like shoots off.
it wasn't the Hunt
That's what
for Red October.
it could have been.
No, you're thinking of Titanic.
I was going to say.
No. You're not thinking of Titanic. Like they had to
Someone was up on the
they had
deck
to
playing
close-
violins.
they had to close the bottom compartment, trapping guys in there, or
yeah.
it floods and the whole ship
Sure.
goes down.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
know what
like
you're
a
talking
It's Titanic.
for the no, I think it was
No.
Crimson Tide.
I know what you're talking.
So it's a do you save one life only to imperil like the rest
Right.
of the folks in the ship?
That's what I was going for. I mean, this is utter chaos. I mean,
I think as certainly as a parent, you that's your last resort. Like you'd rather kill yourself and throw yourself at the mob to ward them off, so that to give your child a chance in life.
but I mean, no,
that's
your child's bedridden. I mean, they're really sick. So I mean, they're gonna die either way, and you've been taking care of them, and then shit really goes down.
Yeah, but see now
I mean, do you put them out of their misery, for lack of a better term? Or?
I'm rethinking some things as well because, as you know, Joe asked me, can Bob and I come to your home because we don't have guns if shit hits the fan.
Right.
But I don't want that feral cat kid disease. If you guys are showing up at my doorstep, maybe I'm not going to open the door.
No,
now.
I didn't say they had the virus.
gotta be
Just
your
maybe they
choice
were
to
really
make.
sick. Maybe they're really sick, or maybe they're they can't move. They have palsy.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because we all say that. You
I
get
know,
what I mean,
you
though.
don't.
Okay, moving on. You get what I mean.
I'm gonna say.
You get what I mean.
I'm a policy that
Oh, there we go. Again.
Groan.
The shit would have to be. It would have to be serious. I can't. You'd have to legitimately.
I already
lay
said
out
it was.
exactly.
No, I mean the
Bob,
There's
shit
too
is
many-
going
there's too many
down.
variables.
No, shit is going down. You are going to die, and you are going to die. You are going to get ripped apart or beaten to death or something bad. But you could get the hell out of it.
I think I'd stay.
You
with
had a
them, and
chance.
I'd defend them until
Okay.
I couldn't defend them.
That's not what he said during the break.
I made
Cecilia,
it. I made it worse.
It does.
Fucking kids are on their own.
Off you do in a second.
I'll be over here with the beer.
Jack, you're 18, right? Okay. See you later.
Does sound great now, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, Bob.
But in the
Bob
movie that
churching it up to
in
make
the
him
movie
seem
that
all
you're quoting,
sensitive.
the one that you're quoting,
Yes.
where Robin Hood is the Prince of Thieves, he saw himself as being the savior. Well, I have to get out of here because I'm the one who's going to free England.
But he didn't know that
That's it.
at the time.
No, I think he did.
No, he had to save his ass because he would have gotten hacked apart by the guards.
But to the end of going back to England.
No, he didn't even know his dad was dead. He thought he was coming home to good times.
I'm not going to need to finally watch
Mead
But that
and
wasn't
grog.
that wasn't his child or his
A
parent.
lot of-
There was
a
some
lot of
other dude that was in the
feasting.
jail.
Hey, Dad,
Some dude
how
that
the
didn't
dogs?
mean anything to him. Why was
How
he
the
there?
dogs doing, Dad?
It's
hey,
not an apples to apples scenario that you're
hey,
looking at.
Smuckers and
You understand
whatever the
what-
other
are you
dog's
listening
name
to what I'm
was.
saying to you?
No.
It's not an apples to apples scenario that you laid out here.
No, save your ass or die with who
Let
you
your
can't
kids
save.
die. What is so
But
hard
a
to understand?
stranger in the jail that was in jail with you is
No,
not
that's
the
his
same as
friend.
your child.
That was his
They
friend
were
that
in
he was
fucking
trying.
jail together.
There was one guy that he was trying to save.
Friends are different.
What I want to know is in
Friends
this
are not your children.
apocalyptic situation, why is it guaranteed that you two are meeting up, leaving dying relatives? Like, why?
No, you too.
Joe,
Anybody.
Bob, hey, you have a dying
Hey.
relative too? Yeah, I got a kid at home, and I just gotta go.
I gotta bring whiskers over.
I left all that beer at Nick's house.
Hold on, let me scoop the litter boxes. I'll be right over.
There's no way I can bring whiskers.
Come on, kitty.
Jack's
the-
at home right
that's
now.
the
Let's
scenario
go.
he put in front of us. I'm
But
just- I'm
you
just
two are
playing with
always
it.
meeting up in this scenario
I'm
and
playing
like
to the bit he
traveling
I'm
in
just
your
asking.
4x4 Jeep to my
No,
home.
no.
This is how you do it, Nick. You go
Nick.
yes and then you continue.
Nick, I had nothing to do with it. I'm not even here. Would you do it? Would you do it? Would you do it? None of us are in the picture. We're just getting the hell out of there while
I'm
the
not in the
getting's
picture.
good.
Why are I gonna make the decision?
I don't have any kids, so perfect.
This could be the worst improv class I've ever heard. Okay, pretend you're an old woman. Why am I an old woman? I don't want but I've
I'm a
never been
man.
a woman. I hate
Damn it.
This is the worst. Did I answer your question?
No, you did not.
I think I did. I said I would stay there.
You butted around the. Okay, you'd stay.
Yeah.
Nick, what would you do?
If it was,
Dying parent that you couldn't take with you, and you had to get the hell out.
You and Dad.
oh, I'd stay.
You would stay.
Of course.
Okay, I just wanted an answer.
Okay.
Not a, oh, well, Robin Hood was trying to save the world, or some shit like that. You have to over-explain.
Well,
Cory.
No, I'm not over explaining. That was literally your example. Like, hey, back in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, I was in the jail with some fucking stranger.
No,
And now he's got to leave. And he
that
lets
was
the
just
stranger
an
die.
example.
Would
Like,
you let
would
your
you
child die?
stay and start fighting off the guards and die, or would you leave?
Okay, so
That's
there's,
all I said.
Well, it would be the same if it was me and my child in the jail.
Sure.
so
But it
there's
was.
hold on. There's a mob. There's guards. There's a virus. Your child's dying, and you guys are in jail.
We're mixing the metaphors a little bit here, but yeah.
Cory, what would you do? Eat, stay,
Joe
eat,
is just
stay.
desperately waiting for somebody to say, "Get the hell out!"
Fuck them. I'd leave. Well, Cory might be your man. Let's see what he's got to say.
Well, Joe, you bring up some good points,
Thank you.
but I'm staying.
Yeah, I mean, Cory and I are in law enforcement. That's what we do.
Protect and serve.
Yeah. Why would it be any? It would be even more intense for our family. So, of course we're gonna stay. Joe's clearly by the look on your face, that's the answer you were hoping for. So.
No.
And out of the four of us, I have the most guns out of everyone, so I'm good.
Ah,
No, I know.
maybe I do.
Jesus.
No, I agree. I do the same thing. I'd have to stay. What's the point? Where am I going to run to? I'm going to run off and just.
Here. I think that was your point. Was I'm running here.
No, not even
And I
Nick.
can't take you
Not
with
even
me.
if Nick's wasn't even an option. No stronghold is an option. You just got to get out and go.
Like hit the road.
You have nowhere to go. You just got to get out. Because odds are we're not going to make it to his house anyway. Because if shit's going down, we're not going to get here. I don't care. Unless you're on foot and you're goddamn close, you're not getting here. So I'd have to stay.
It's a long trek down Telegraph.
I'd have to say, and yeah, depending on what I could do, I'd fight them off, but I'd save a couple. Seriously.
A couple.
Sorry.
Boom. Just think
Why not? It's like with zombies. I'm
Cory,
not
now,
going to rip me apart.
if
while I'm alive.
you saddled up Cory, I mean, he's not going to be able to take you very far, like quickly. But think how many supplies he can carry. He's strong.
But he'd have to. Are you talking about in his backpack?
No, he's we reference Cory to be like
Stallion.
Cory, I'm running low on ammo. What do you got? Oh, I got a bunch of Copenhagen.
like a workhorse.
Some vodka.
You're not going to jump out and
No.
go, yeah.
I believe the direct reference with a stallion, not a burro or a pack animal.
Oh, we didn't call him a stallion.
No, I know that. He was self-referencing as a
You guys
stallion,
basically did.
not as an ass,
You're
and
stallion.
like a pack animal.
I would say more or less like a carnival pony.
If you keep me alive, you're a stallion.
The fuck's a carnival pony?
You're on that little thing that
attached
goes
to-
around.
keep on going in a
just
circle?
Keep going in a circle.
The little midget ones that
Yeah,
little kids can ride.
I mean they look like a horse.
All right,
but-
so we're all good guys. We'll all stay. We'll all die together.
no, but you didn't say that. You said you would leave.
We'll all go back to the house. We'll all get the goddamn keys. We'll all stay with Bertie.
But you said we're on our own. We're not all together.
No, but you would stay with your loved
I
ones,
would,
and you and us. I would do the same
No,
thing.
you wouldn't. You said you wouldn't. You said you would go.
No, I didn't.
You said I'm getting the hell out of there.
Okay, well, when I did that, if that was before we came live, I was
Yes.
joking. No, I'll stay.
Well, now that you've heard all right, you can't take it
Now that people can hear me.
Later, motherfucker.
My family might be on this podcast one day. I can't. Yeah, that's not going on right now. I gotta live with this decision. That's like a last minute thing, right? I have to see him again.
Mom, you're still going to cook me dinner tomorrow night, aren't you? Oh, yeah, there's going to be
I
extra
can't wait
sauce.
right until later tonight when he goes to his dad's house. I'm like, why is the door not open?
No, Mom's
Go
going
away,
to
Joe!
cook me my favorite dinner and poison it. As
So I
I'm
heard you
foaming
were gonna
and
leave
dying.
us, huh?
This will show you.
Here, your favorite drink. It's all foaming over. Oh,
Don't worry about that pizza man nonsense, because you ain't one no more.
Guess what, Joe? Beat you to the punch. We left you.
my dad fired me.
Didn't see this coming.
I totally see that Guido family having like a Mexican standoff where everybody's got guns pointed at everybody else.
That's a Mexican
Exactly.
standoff.
It's like what that episode of The Office when they're in the conference
Yeah.
room.
Joe, those are drumsticks.
Oh, it's even worse is both of my guns are at my parents' house. So
Oh, so you're really screwed.
this is not good.
Mom, if you could just lift up your sickly head so I can grab that last gun.
Underneath the pillow.
Here, let me help. Smash. Boom. Thanks, man.
Well, apparently she wouldn't have to lift up the pillow because the pillow would be over her face. So
It's under the mattress. Just let me roll you right off the bed there. Bobby, grab me. Please.
Yeah, but well, it's nice to know that you've jumped to the other side of the fence, Joe.
now that people can hear
I don't
me.
want to live in some fucking crazy ass world where you don't even know what you're fucking gonna eat. I mean, I start eating people.
You're
Well,
definitely
we
not coming
people
to my
now.
home now.
I'm gonna have to eat you, Nick.
Right. I don't live in a world where I have to eat people.
Nick, good news. I brought enough cheese to last us for a solid 6 months. Just eat cheese.
Remember, Joe's been really going to the gym the past couple months. It's delicious.
Tasty.
He didn't have any
But he's all
guns.
straight.
No
Come
gun,
on.
no
Come
guns
on
and
in.
very tasty.
Come on in, Joe. I got some cold beer.
Look at all,
Right down there.
look at all that.
Down where? Oh, it's down there. Just take a look. Crap.
No, you first.
Soup's on.
Right, that's-
Look at all that backstrap on him.
Nick, what are you holding a baseball bat for?
Joe, just go ahead and grab that shot we're about to take.
No, there's food for you in the bottom of the freezer. Where? It's down there.
Keep on
No,
looking.
in the bottom. No, reach farther. Crap.
Oh, the freezer keeps them real fresh.
Then you just dump the body in. Whew.
What was it that
Well,
time?
that was good. What did that take? About 10 minutes?
16 minutes.
There we go. Look at all that time we're killing.
Is that what we're trying to do here?
Depressing yet humorous.
I'm gonna put that right on one
Depressing yet
of those
humorous.
buttons.
Ready? Cheers.
All right, there's another Schnozzcast shot. Here's to you guys.
Here's to dying with our families.
With the coronavirus.
Yeah, but the original question Joe asked me was on St. Patrick's Day. And he's like, hey, so if, Bob and I don't really have any guns, and you have guns, Cory has guns.
I have guns.
So
Not a lot of ammo.
would you let us, come over to your house if shit really hits the fan here? And I go, yeah, of course. No, Nick, seriously, come on. I go, yeah, I have a big house. I have enough room. Okay, Let me rephrase the question. So you're saying that if shit hit the fan, you would allow us to come over, and we could bring like supplies and stuff because you got the guns and stuff. I'm like, yeah. All right. I'm on your porch. Bob's on your porch.
This is my impression of me.
This is
That sounded like Cory.
you got a huge crowd, just a huge mad crowd behind us, just coming towards us, just running with pitchforks and everything, and we're just pounding on your door, and you look out the peek hole and you see us.
Why do they have pitchforks?
Do you let us in the mad
pitchforks
crowd?
and nooses?
And that's what I was kind of wondering too. Why is the mob coming after just the two of them?
I don't understand it.
Shouldn't the mob be like turning on each other?
Well, let's be clear. They're coming after him. I just happen to be next to him.
Shit!
You are totally mob worthy, sir.
Bob.
Poor,
I'm not sure if I'm worthy of pitchfork.
poor Bob's got a bed on wheels with Jack in it, and he's running it down the road. Cecilia's helping him push.
Dad,
Are we there yet? Father,
Yeah,
are we there yet?
help me, Dad.
It seems to me that Bob's not the one that has to make the decision on their lives, but maybe Nick's the one that's got to make the decision.
Yeah.
Hold on. I agreed to you and Joe.
Yeah, not your sickly kid.
I agreed to all this.
Bob, come on in.
Leave him outside.
Ooh, Jack.
No,
Ooh, Jack.
No. He's an
Use
adult.
Jack to block the door so they can't get in.
Put that bed in front of the door.
Wait a
Jack-
minute, that curtain
Jack,
will
here.
fit really well in the door.
Take
Jack.
that, Jack.
No, leave
Jack,
him outside for the wolves.
Hang on to this. Godspeed, brother.
Last thing
So-
Jack hears is a deadbolt closing.
Here, Jack, offer him this bunch of bananas.
Well, but that's a good point. Maybe Jack, as being a young 18-year-old man, maybe Jack would feel that it's time the torch has passed, and his old father that's
Decrepit father.
decrepit and
Decrepit?
hasn't
Hold on.
hasn't been
Yeah,
to
we're
the,
young.
hasn't been to the gym as much as he probably should,
Hey,
and is now
what?
just turned 50.
This is getting ugly.
Maybe Jack feels he finally has to stand up and defend the good family name, and he
Be the-
wants to go out in a fiery blaze of glory.
And be the
Well,
man
I'm
of the
not gonna stop.
house.
I am need defending, apparently.
So there's one of the real answers,
We
the
can-
realest ones
we
I've
can
ever
sick
heard
me.
here.
Wait, I have
He's-
computer skills. Oh, for the ones that don't fucking work?
Bob says, hold on now. Now that my son is healthy and wants to defend me,
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop him.
Christ, I'm depressed. I have nothing to offer.
Dad, no, I got it. You go ahead. Just get
You
in the
go
door.
inside.
Save yourself.
Think of all the fireball
All right,
tears
then.
he has.
Dad, go tell the mob to chill.
Love you, son.
Okay. Guys,
Slam.
chill. Ah!
Kiss on the cheek and a hug. One last podcast, Dad.
Well,
Make it count.
If there's time for that, I might just have to slam the door.
He didn't even say bye.
They're out there, and they're angry.
Just hand him an old Smith & Wesson. Jack, you got 6 shots, buddy.
Here you go. Might want to hang on to one for yourself.
Make the last
Yeah,
one
right.
count.
Save one for you. Yes.
Yeah, so
But
Joe...
make sure you're standing in front of the door so when you slump over, it makes it difficult for them to get past you.
So it ended with Joe go. I said, yes, Joe. Yes, of course I would open the door. I'd probably just do it quicker. And he's like, wow, man, you are a good friend, man. Thanks. And I'm like,
I was really kind of blown away.
I'm like, of course I would open the door. Why wouldn't
Yeah,
I?
if he had to reword the question 7 times just to make sure that Nick was giving his actual
I
answer.
don't think you're really understanding. I'm in trouble. You're saying you would help me?
You're okay
Hold on a
inside.
minute. Hold on a minute. Let me just rephrase
Okay, wait. I
that.
wasn't.
Trouble has found me. You're going to come to my assistance?
No, I wasn't picturing it like that. I was picturing it like
Yeah, why is this mob chasing you guys on foot?
With
all
pitchforks.
nooses.
And torches.
Yeah, this is...
Trick. Horse
Things
thief.
have gone really south.
We've been running since Dearborn.
Tractor napper.
There's no gas. None of the cars work.
No, I was picturing this.
Bob is
Different in my head.
exhausted.
Listen, this is how I was picturing
I'm not sure how you even made it that far.
it. Yeah, right.
No,
I'm
he
not
left me
running-
like
I'm not
blocks
running
back.
5 miles. Fuck that.
Oh my God.
You'd
Bob
be
is on
surprised
Jack's
how
back
far-
like an ostrich.
How far you could run with people on your ass. No, the way I was picturing it was like if we came up and we're pounding and other people are pounding on your door, and then you see like my face, but there's people every. No, like would you be like okay? No. Like your house.
So this is
no.
the apocalyptic times.
Yes.
You're pounding on my door with like a.
Oh yeah, we're
crowd
not
of
just
people.
coming over to hang and have another podcast.
You
Like
take
if we had to
a peek out
get
of the curtains,
quarantined.
you're like, angry stranger.
Oh, there's Joe.
Joe, angry stranger. Wait a minute.
Come on,
You better
Joe.
open the door.
No, that's what I was thinking.
Right.
Like
Where's Bob?
Like your house
I've
would
been
be
trampled in.
as long as you don't
Scared
open.
with a pitchfork.
No, your house is a stronghold. As long as you don't open the door, nobody's getting in without like driving a car through.
Right.
You know. But then like you see me, but there's still other people around, maybe paying attention, maybe not paying attention. If you see me and can like pull me in real
Are you
quick.
wait? Hold on. Are you pretending to be part of the anger? I'm like, get him! Yeah! Maybe you'll see my face. Like, let me in. Get him!
So
Well, I said
I
no.
heard there's guns in there.
Are you
And a lot of food.
You're also saying that some people are paying attention, others are in the mob. Just like,
You get what I mean.
Are we ready to go to the next house yet? Come on, we got more mobbing to do.
Right.
what's going on
My
here?
pitchfork, my torch is going out. My pitchfork's getting
Come
low.
on,
Come
yeah.
on now.
That's getting close to my hand. It's starting to burn.
Right.
We
I'm
have more
concerned about the
mobbing.
some people that are paying attention.
Guys,
How close attention are they paying?
We got more mobbing.
Well, hold on. First of all, what are you? Initially, it was that you guys were bringing supplies.
I have a truck full of food, and I made.
But you're on foot.
Now we.
No. I got over here with my truck full of food.
Oh, you made me run.
Oh, you definitely run.
Five
There's
hours.
no room for
The
you.
details of this.
That's
So
what
much
they know.
food. Yeah.
Bob's on the
Try to keep up.
Think how
but-
many more supplies I could fill up with the place that you sit in.
no. Bob's on the roof of my van, hanging on for dear life as I'm flying down
Oh, that-
telegraph.
Oh my god!
And
So,
you've bungee corded Jack's sickly
To the
home care
back.
bed to the
would,
back.
wouldn't the angry mob go after the supplies while I pull you into the house?
They don't know what I have in there.
Oh,
Could be
that's-
a,
Oh,
it
so
could be a
they're
bomb.
gonna- they're gonna
so
find
you
out.
Want, you want them to let us in,
It's half
And then-
supplies.
and then later we're gonna have to go out again
No,
trying to get the supplies.
no, let me explain. It's half supplies.
All right, now we're inside.
It's half.
Oh no, not the truck! Not the supplies!
Nick, you
I
didn't
just drove that from Dearborn.
let me finish.
You know how much dough's in there?
My van, including Bob and Jack. Jack can be strapped to the roof. Sickly Jack is on the roof. Bob's riding shotgun.
Yeah.
My van's full of half supplies and half high explosives. So if we get in and then it starts, I could just blow up the van and probably kill everybody within 200 yards.
All the supplies,
Including Nick's house.
What?
Including all of it. Well, we go out like that.
All right,
Are-
all right,
Are those
all right.
in your
We
van
don't
now?
feel. We don't feel anything.
All right, they've taken the bait. Okay, what's next? Well, Lancelot and I leap out of the rabbit.
FBI.
Oh, all right. Maybe if we do a large wooden badger.
So,
No.
so you
We
managed.
leap out of the rabbit.
You managed to
Take the
navigate.
French.
you
By
ma-
surprise.
Oh,
Sorry,
You
go ahead.
managed to navigate all these supplies to my home,
Damn right. I'm resourceful.
only to explode them.
If we needed to.
oh that's what they least expect.
Only if the mob got really bad and actually started poking around the van. And we had to.
In a mob, do you see like walkers on The Walking Dead? Is that what you?
I see reasonable people in the mob.
The
There's
whole
gotta be
idea of
there's
mob
gotta be
mentality is
no.
the reason is not there.
There's got to be some
There's no
reasonable
reason in
motherfuckers.
mob
Guys,
activity.
guys, hold on.
Can I finish?
No. I'm the mob. I'm the reasonable guy in the mob talking right now. Guys, wait. That van might have something good in there. Let's not pillage.
No,
And
that's not how mobs.
I'm the
Yeah.
reasonable guy in the mob.
Okay. No one's ever saying like, hold on, don't
Don't-
wreck that
I-
storefront just
Don't
yet.
burn that down yet.
Yeah,
Have you
hold on.
seen? Have you
Let's
seen
play
the
the
people?
long game here.
Have you seen the
Exactly.
people in Walmart going after the toilet paper?
Stand-
It doesn't matter what
Right.
someone's reasonable.
Hey, let's not take that toilet paper just then. Let's
Oh.
stand here for a while and reason about how can we play the long game. Maybe
All
wait
we-
for the suppliers.
All
to
we
come
needed
back.
is one person to be
Then we
reasonable.
rob the truck,
There
not
you
the
go.
store.
The reasonable man in the mob.
So if Joe was at one of these
Good
Walmarts, he could really talk them off the ledge and say, "Hey, look, we don't need enough toilet paper to make a fort out of it. We just want one piece." And he could reason with them. They go, "Man, you know what? I'm glad you're here."
I'm gonna shake your hand.
This is an awfully peaceful mob that you're
Mayor
describing.
Guido. Wow. Sorry, been a mayor.
You chosen the mob going, good people,
Shut up.
hear me.
Hear me now.
I am the
Boom.
voice of reason.
Yes, we could take all the toilet paper off that shelf, but might I suggest
Implore?
there's a supplier coming in a big truck with even more toilet paper in about 3 days.
As a bullet,
Perhaps if we all
as a
patiently
bullet rips
wait
through my
for the
fucking
truck to get here, then we can rob the truck and spring into action. So only 3 days of patiently waiting and no shitting and wiping your ass. Just 3 days of that. Trust me on this. I think I'm playing the long game. I just want to be the reasonable person here in the mob.
It's not out of the question.
I think
So-
I don't see
I'm on the
how we can fail.
loudspeaker. I'm on the loudspeaker though. People, Hear me now.
Hear me now.
So to answer your question, supplies or no supplies, yes, I'd pull you and Bob.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Moving on.
I'm slightly concerned as to where my good friend Cory is during this.
In the bathroom for 2.5 goddamn hours,
He's like,
doing God knows what.
I don't know why I showed up this bidet at first. It's really pretty amazing.
Can I tell a real quick story?
Yeah.
I came
like
over.
the last 27 minutes.
No. It'll be
I love
quick.
how he
It'll
always
be quick.
asks.
It'll be quick.
I'm glad.
As long as nobody interrupts. I went over to Cory's house. I don't know what we were going to do. Maybe playing golf. Maybe doing something.
Have
I
sex.
woke. No. I haven't had sex.
butt sex.
No. Yeah.
Having butt sex.
You're interrupting.
Wait, is this an acoustic butt sex number?
Yeah.
And I'll bring my guitar.
You don't hear an awful lot of those.
Those.
Those thoughtful acoustic butt sex numbers.
Just me and you were having butt sex. Back in the day,
I wish one of us knew how to play the
hanging
guitar.
out with Cory.
No, but I went
having butt sex.
over his house, and I don't remember if you let me in or your mom let me in, but it was early in the morning.
Oh yeah.
That's when the butt sex.
I don't like where any of this is going.
No, he had just gotten up.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, fuck.
I was in the basement, and
You think he's awake yet?
I was in
Cory's
the basement.
mom
He said,
had
I'm gonna hop in the shower.
Cory's
real quick.
mom had a Farrah Fawcett hairdo at the time.
No, he said I'm gonna hop in the shower real quick.
He did tell us.
I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm watching television. Watching television.
Yep.
Watching television.
Okay.
And he's still in the bathroom. I'm like, fuck is he doing? I fell asleep and woke up, still in the bathroom. Honest to God, it must have been at least an hour and a half. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in there?
He was preparing for butt
Butt
sex.
sex.
I'm waiting. And then he comes out and he's like, oh, shower. And I'm like, no way you showered that long.
You know it's.
Even if you took 2 shits, shower, shit, and then shower. Or
Wait,
shit,
hold
shower,
on.
shit.
Ooh, that's
That's a lot of
get
showers.
the order correct here, sir.
But Jesus.
There should be no shit after the
bed.
shower,
Well, no, shit.
unless there's another shower after that shit.
It's happened.
The shower should
Hold
always
on.
follow.
Unless you make the
Yeah, but
mistake.
if you shit again, are you going to shower?
Yes.
Unless you
do
make-
us all a favor. Yes. Shower again.
Unless you make
So, Bob, if you shit in the morning,
Mhm.
take a shower, and then you have to shit 6 hours later, do you hop back in the shower?
Well, it depends on how bad that shit is.
No, you don't. That's what I was going
Bob
with.
has the luxury though, because he works from home, so he can jump in the shower at any time he wants. But the only way that would happen if you made the mistake, of jumping in the shower carelessly
With your socks on?
before having your morning coffee,
Mhm.
and then you get out of the shower and you're like, oh, let me grab a coffee on the way to work,
Mhm.
and then you're like, oh boy,
Oh, she blows.
and
Caffeine is hitting me.
somebody I know hasn't really mastered that timeline.
I love
yet.
how he's still strumming. He's like, butt sex, butt sex, butt sex.
Someone I know hasn't mastered that timeline because Cory,
Yeah.
Mr.
I don't
Cory
drink
Sliss-
coffee.
He gets all his caffeine from the chew.
That's right.
I feel like there's been a couple times where on the way to work he was like, "Oh no."
There have been a couple times.
Perhaps there's a CVS on the way.
No, I just wait till I get to work.
Yeah, and he takes a little bit longer to change.
You know, it's funny that he brought that up because this week, right now, supposed to be on the March Madness trip. And one of the last times that Cory was on that trip, we were in Austin.
That was actually my first trip.
Was that your first trip?
Yeah.
And I remember Scotty Dillahay was on the couch for Cory's 4 a.m. shower. The couch was like right in front of the bathroom.
Hang on, let's back this up a little bit.
Wait, was this before or after they had gay butts?
It was a
Oh,
Dave
gay butt sex.
as opposed to
We didn't.
What other
clarify
kind of
before,
butt sex is there between 2 men?
I thought butt sex
Would
was
be gay.
fairly
The
self-explanatory.
stuff when you and Cory were younger, that was just 2 friends.
Just experiment.
friend butt sex.
Yeah, exactly.
That was how you figured out that you liked women. You're like, no, this wasn't for me.
Jesus. So
That was no more of a cold, no laughter that I've ever fucking heard in my life. Nothing. Not a peep. None of nothing.
So in the house in Austin, there was a daybed right in front of the entrance to the bathroom,
Ooh.
and
Like along the wall.
right on the
where
wall.
there was the shower.
Maybe I'm an idiot, and I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but
I had to
what
take
the
my pants
fuck?
off for this story.
What the fuck is
Is
a
it
daybed?
daybed?
A daybed?
A day bed.
It's like a tiny.
Like a fainting couch?
No, it's a couch that is legitimately set up to like you take the cushions off and it can be a bed.
It's just like to take a nap on, not to actually like fully sleep on.
Like a hide-a-bed?
No,
Like-
not
no,
like a hide
it's always there.
Like
Always.
like a convertible sofa?
No, always there. It's
Okay,
not a convertible.
like the complete
No,
stereotypical
that's
couch
not
that you see
It
in like
could be.
in a therapist's office.
Yeah, it's a fainting couch. That's what they're called.
Well, it's all there would also be a day bed.
Oh, okay. The one with like the...
After he finishes
Yeah.
and Cory finishes his drink, I'm sure he'll pull up a picture of the day bed and put it on the TV. Anyway, go ahead, Cory.
Gotcha.
So there was an entrance that went to the bathroom and one of the bedrooms, and this day bed was right in front of it. Bob and I and Nick flew with us that year. We got there. There was only like one person at the house prior to us getting there.
Not me.
Yeah, Nick Selesky, sorry. So we get to the house, and we all kind of start picking rooms and beds and all that. And being new on the trip, I'm like, well, this is a tiny little day bed. I'll take this. That's fine. So I put my bag on the day bed. We go out all throughout the day.
Which bag?
The bag I brought with my clothes in it. So put it on
I
there.
see where you're going with that, Joe. Okay. You put your ball sack on the bed,
Maybe I should have.
marked it like a slug.
My
So-
my pillow.
So we go out throughout the entire day. Bob and I were the last two to get back to the house.
Yep.
And there's still some people kind of up in the back and hanging out, and then there's some people sleeping in the house. We go in, and I look, and my bag has been moved off the day bed, and Scott Dillhay is currently sleeping on it, passed out.
You are not a fan of when people move your bag.
No.
Cocksucker.
But this is
So-
very much like a scroll sort of a thing, like a frat. So he's low man of the totem pole because he's new. Scotty knows that, so he's like, oh no, new guy's bag, not that's where I want. New guy's bag goes over here.
So guess what I did to Scott Dillhay?
Cory, you okay? I'm just slit his fucking throat. No, Cory, don't do that.
We had traveled all day, got there, ate, and been walking around Austin, Texas all afternoon, and I'm like, I haven't showered yet today. I think it's time for a nice shower. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. Go in, turn the water on, sat on the toilet for a little while the water was running. Went through everything. Finally, I heard, hey man, are you shutting that off at any time? I'm like, yeah, in a little bit. He went back to sleep. Finished my shower and all that. Ended up having to sleep out on the fucking patio. It was screened in, luckily, but it was very, very cold out there. And the next morning, that's all I heard was how upset Scott was that I came home and showered for 4.5 hours.
So you really got the last laugh on that one.
I did. I definitely did.
Just to be clear, is this the trip that you're no longer welcome back?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't because of that.
Oh, okay. Just to clarify.
No, actually,
You did
I
go one more year.
Actually-
we went to Portland.
I went 3 years.
Sorry,
Ooh,
2 more years.
ooh. Good question, though.
Yeah.
Hold on. Great question. Hold on. Amazing question. Okay. Shut up.
Just wait.
Does this year count in Cory's sentencing
Of course,
for March Madness?
trip was planned.
You're going to
No.
have the round table
No.
meeting to come to terms with. It does not count.
No, if none of us went, then this is a bye year for everyone.
So that's another year on your sentence? You have to wait even longer?
I mean, I went to basically go and see new places and drink anyways. It wasn't for the
This it's
basketball.
not my call, by the way. I'm
Well, yeah, this is the
just
church
theorizing.
the church elders.
the council, right? Yeah, it's Krabby and Nick Selesky and Tony, and yeah, they're gonna make that call, not me. So I could be wrong.
Would you ever be promoted to their
Just
level?
wait another 20 years and they'll be like, yeah,
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
I can't make it. My teeth are at the dentist.
Like if Krabby was shoveling snow and fell and all of a sudden knocked himself silly and now he's in a coma and they had to pull the plug.
Coma. Wow. I think there probably have to be at least 2 comas in order for me to be.
No, he said pull the plug. So
Yeah,
it's
they
going
had
to be
to
a
pull the
death.
plug. He was no longer with us.
Deaths. Death in the.
Would you be promoted?
Yes.
I probably not. No, probably not.
What is what in the tier system of the hierarchy?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's low. I mean,
So are there other people above
this
you
would have been
except for them?
This would have been my 8th year.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's guys who've been going for 20.
Oh wow.
So
What about new people?
Oh, will they bring on new people? You got to be vouched for.
That's what you're for.
Well, I already vouched for him.
Yeah,
See how
Yeah,
that
Joe,
worked?
Nick,
They
they love.
They don't let me vouch for anymore.
Joe,
The last
Nick, they
person I brought
love
on was Cory,
basketball.
and that did not work out.
No.
So if I vouch for you, like I would want Krabby to vouch for you.
And you said we had to meet them all, though, right? I remember you talking to me.
Yeah, it's been years. I've been,
Yeah.
I would say, on and off.
I'm
years,
relatively-
Like, you got to meet these guys because you got to go on this trip. But I want you to go on the trip, and therefore, like, you have to, like, let's go out to the bar with them so they get to know you, etc. Because they're not just going to take my word for it. Like, oh, Joe's cool. Like, they're going to want to hang out with you and be able to say, oh yeah, I met Joe. He's cool.
I'm relatively certain that Krabby was like trying to twist my arm about how it's not about sports and it's a great time and da 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 da. Like I almost feel like I was vouched for when we went to Raves that one night by Krabby. I could be overstepping my boundaries,
I don't know.
but I
That's
feel
a
like
good
he was
question.
really trying to convince me.
It would legitimately come down to how much sports is too much sports for you.
Do you go to the games, though?
Yeah, there are guys who don't.
I mean, you don't have to go.
But most people will go to, like, if we're supposed to be there from Wednesday through Sunday.
Yeah.
So in that time, we probably would have gone one day to go see a doubleheader, back-to-back games at the arena.
Thank you for clearing that up.
No, I'm just saying that, but we're not going to games every day. We're just doing
Doubleheader.
one day.
They play 2 games.
Sorry,
That's exactly
trying
what
to be
Frazier.
my bad.
Exactly
Trying
what
to
I was
be-
thinking of.
Frazier.
Exactly.
Every time I say something and I point to Nick, that'll be a Frazier reference.
That's fine. There have been guys who don't, but generally most of them go to that. If Nick said, hey, I'm not really interested, fellas, no one would really hold it against him.
Wait, so you don't buy tickets?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, someone will scalp more down there.
No, you'll scalp them. You don't buy them ahead of time.
No. Well, they
Oh.
used to do that, and then people would cancel out of the trip.
Yeah, I was going to say,
And
then you got tickets. Well, then I
Right.
guess you could.
You wouldn't show
Yeah,
up.
it was a problem.
Sure.
So now they just buy them when they're down there.
Gotcha.
So, but other than that, a lot of it is like sitting around the house, drinking, telling jokes while everybody's watching basketball. So if you could deal with that, where you're just like, maybe you're like deliberately not watching the screen, you're waiting for the next like one-liner, people to talk, I guess you.
Oh, I could deliberately not watch basketball. That's forgotten.
I think my whole life is not watching sports and trying to tell jokes and drink.
But I feel like for you, like 4 or 5 days of like constant, like basketball is always on. It routinely comes up in conversation about because everybody jumps into a pool and everybody puts in like $20.
Yeah.
And
Wait, like an actual pool?
I will say
the bracket for
Oh, a brag.
like the CBS bracket.
I'm not the biggest sports guy.
I love to tweet.
Like I can do hockey and
Right.
maybe a little bit of football, but
Yeah.
basketball is definitely not my thing.
Not mine either.
And
You know-
I was able to make it on the trip, no problem. I think we went to one game.
Sounds like there were some problems, Cory.
Yeah,
Not
But
right. Not the
major
ones that you
life-
but it was still a very fun time and a good time, even excluding the basketball, and especially now with the amount of stuff that people have as far as iPads and laptops and all that. You can entertain yourself no problem.
Right, so
when you're at the house.
I could just sit on my iPad and watch Frasier, and then every now and then be like, "Oh," and tell a joke and grab another beer, and
Basically, yeah.
I could do that.
I do have to say one thing. I am not especially basketball. I've been to Pistons games. I've been to a couple college games. When you're there, it's different. When you're watching on TV, that's one thing. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
When you're there, it's different.
Yeah.
The
It's also
crowd's
different
going-
when you have a stake in the game. Like you put you
Oh, yeah.
pay your money
Yeah,
for the
like,
bracket
oh,
and you're trying to follow the games.
I like it.
I honestly think the thing that would keep Nick from going is the fact that he's new and he get the shittiest bed in the house.
I was literally gonna say, I can't take the fraternity mentality of he's a fucking new guy.
No.
Yeah,
See,
he's not
dude, I'd be all for that. When we went up to Kalkaska, sorry, I just farted. When we went up to Kalkaska, when we went up to Kalkaska with Al and Jen, and you're like, oh, it's how much money to get a bed in the house, and you had to like sleep like right next to people, and I slept in the back of my car for 3 days. That was perfect. I'll sleep anywhere.
But you wouldn't have a car to sleep in.
Yeah,
No, I'll sleep on the fucking floor. I got no
but
problem.
you're a hobo, Joe.
I can sleep anywhere.
So can I.
Not soundly. but I can sleep in.
Yeah, maybe you do fine.
I would.
I think that's probably.
Plus,
the
I agree.
biggest-
I agree with Nick. All I have to do is every once in a while be like, "Oh yeah, is he fouled out yet?" Beer, jokes.
I think that's the biggest obstacle for Nick is.
Well, and I think had it,
I don't watch sports either.
the only thing that would have made that
Unless it's
which
golf.
sleeping on that back patio wasn't bad.
I would
just
not
the
be
fact it
sleeping
was
on a
Wicker patio.
a wicker couch with no cushion.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I mean, had I known that ahead of time and even just brought like a blow up, mattress.
Toy.
Dell.
Yes, a toy. It would have been that would have rectified the situation. No problem.
Okay, Susie, I'm gonna need you tonight.
Yeah, I think that year, I can't remember what year was that, Cory, the Austin trip.
Fuck.
Was it 2015, 2014, something like that? I don't know if you remember. Anyway, that year, I feel like there really wasn't a lot of consideration given toward the newer people there, like you and me.
There shouldn't be. You're the rookies.
I think they've gotten better about that. I think they've gotten better about that.
Why?
Well,
You're
that was
rookies.
that
You
was
got
the first
invited.
that was the first year that they ever did a B&B.
I was gonna say, but you
Before
should
that,
be pampered as
Before that, it was we're staying in like a Holiday Inn.
Oh, like
and
okay, so
everybody-
you get you at homerooms.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, they're like, okay, who are we going to split rooms with? So
That
I
makes
guess
sense.
technically you can get your own room if you're going on.
But it's not like you're okay. You have to when everybody passes out. You got to clean the kitchen, be up first, cook breakfast, serve everybody. I mean, it's not fucking. You're not hazing.
Like Nick and Andy generally
How
share
bad
a
could
room.
it be?
Krabby
No.
will probably get his own room. Tony get his own room, and they're going to get if we're going to get the B&B,
And-
like they're going to get the best rooms. And there's no other way around.
And it wasn't.
No, but-
It obviously wasn't hazing, but at the same turnaround, I paid just as much, and as did Bob. We paid just as much as everyone else for the house.
But
Yeah.
Is this like it's like a 4-day thing, right? So
Generally.
if you're a new guy and you know you're going to get skunked like that, be like, fuck you. I'm going to the Holiday Inn down the street. I'll meet you guys wherever.
I
Pay
guess
your
you
own
can,
way.
but now you're being invited on a trip with other guys who are kind of vouching and saying like, oh, we have this history of guys who've been over 20 years. We'll bring you in, and then you're like, nah, I'm going to stay elsewhere. Like,
Oh, no,
no, it's just not done.
I'll hang out and have a great time, but if I have to sleep on the goddamn kitchen floor, fuck you guys. Right?
Yeah, I mean, if it came
It's
to
just
something,
a bed.
choice
Yeah,
like
I'm
that,
not like, oh,
yeah,
I'm not
probably.
going to hang out with you guys at all.
Right.
Fuck you. I'll hang out. I'll have a great time.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go home or I'm going to go to the hotel room and sleep in a bed instead of sleeping on the tile
Yeah,
floor.
I like I said, I don't think it would ever be as bad as it got for Cory in Austin, where he was literally sleeping.
It was literally a wicker couch
Yeah.
with these thin little mat or pads
Cushions.
that that's what I used as a blanket. I couldn't even get a blanket
Why?
because they're all taken. And I didn't.
have-
Had I known, I would have brought an air mattress and a blanket, and I would have been
Yeah.
fine back there.
I'm
Only
sleeping.
problem was that wicker couch was right against the back of this. It was a patio that overlooked this creek, and it was just. It wasn't glassed in. It wasn't.
I'd rather
it was-
sleep
it
with
was-
the goddamn creek.
It was beautiful. It was great.
except for when it became 40 degrees at night,
Sure,
and
it dropped quite a bit in March.
yeah.
At
Yeah.
night.
So at night it got a little chilly.
But that's where you got your nickname,
Chilly?
Zero dark 30.
Zero Dark 30,
Why is that?
because you literally bivouacked for 4 days in the back of this house.
Well, that night I also had
Whose
long,
tent is that?
long hair at the time and a huge beard.
Whose tent is that?
Yeah,
That's
he literally
Cory.
looked like he walked off the set of the movie. Yeah, like he's a part-time sniper. He probably parachuted here from some sort of a C-130 that was going over the city at the time.
I will
They
give
haven't
credit.
showered in 2 weeks.
I will give Krabby credit though. The one that he did pull up the old bootstraps and came out there and slept out there.
I did too with him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did let me sleep on
Why would you do that?
was it the couch the
Oh,
one
you
night.
swapped. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you just went out there
I'm
to
not
sleep
a
with Cory.
complete monster. I'm like,
Come
yeah,
here.
one night, like, yeah, I want to switch.
I'll keep you warm. Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
was
spent a
that
night
was
out
nice.
there.
That was nice.
I think
I don't know if it was. I don't know how nice it was. It was one night out of 4, but
You know what?
and I
though?
think it was the last
Also-
night too. I was
Right.
able to sleep on
I
the
felt
couch.
bad. I'm like,
But those are the guys that you want to keep going on that trip. I think. Even if I had like a golf trip or something like that, and the
Well, that's
guy's
the
like,
thing. These guys in the trip don't give a fuck. If you don't like it, then don't fucking come.
see, but that's dumb. Like if we had a big group that went on like a golf trip or something like that, we all got beds and Cory whatever had to sleep, and then or even a kid I didn't know on the trip had to sleep on a blow up mattress, and I know I can sleep on a blow up mattress, and he's like, oh, my back hurts and stuff. Like, you know what? take my room. I'll sleep out
Yeah,
there.
none of these
It's
guys
just,
are gonna fucking
but
give you their
it's
bed
just
for-
being a nice guy. It's being considerate.
Yeah, not a lot of that.
Well,
happens on
whatever.
this trip. It's a lot of fucking.
Oh wait. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
I have a real quick story
Okay.
that has to
Do the
do
shot
that
first,
has to
or
do
We're gonna do
with
the shot first
what
because
Cory had to go through.
Schnozzcast.
It'll be real fast.
Shot.
let's let
Last
these-
one of the evening.
Cheers.
Possibly.
No, it's only 1 o'clock.
Hold your heathen tongue, sir.
Yeah, but
Last
we're
one
almost
of
out
the
of
podcast.
Fireball. So we went.
Nick, the Midnight Star hasn't even closed yet, so
Woo! Next Midnight Star.
that's right.
Yeah.
But hey,
Be a
before
good little banner.
before you go to your story,
Yeah.
to wrap up this one.
Oh, sorry.
Before you and Joe go to your story, I'm gonna tell one story. No, I'm just kidding.
No, mine's real quick.
So-
And hopefully you'll laugh.
Something like that. Go ahead.
I was told the next day after doing the whole shower thing, I was backed by Nick and I'm chewing right now. I was
Oh,
just,
nice.
Man,
No, you're good.
How about you just man up and drink?
I was backed by Nick and Krabby that
I'll back you
Take-
any day, buddy.
well, Nick Selesky,
Yeah, that's enough about sex, man. Go ahead.
taking that shower when I got home. They both basically told Scott the next day, they're like, "Oh, dude, he took his bed, and
Oh.
he had been traveling all
Yeah.
day, so
Right.
sorry, that's kind of what you get."
That's cool.
So-
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, no, I was backed by both of them. They're like, "Yeah, dude, that's so you slept right by the shower." Oh well, he decided to go in the bathroom and take a shower, and
I can't imagine a shower ever waking me up. I mean, what a horrible life to live.
Some people find
Waking you
that
up?
sort of sound to be very soothing.
Yeah.
Oh, while you're sleeping, I'm like
Yeah.
hopping in the shower to get you.
Va-
I don't know, like a
vacuuming,
white
I
noise.
can fall asleep to vacuuming,
Right.
moving cars, a
Nick,
shower, a dishwasher,
I've never met a human like you
A hair-
before in my life.
a hair dryer.
When me and Bob are blasting out karaoke, and you're like, I didn't even fucking hear you. I'm like,
No.
I would have kicked you guys out the second that first note didn't hit pitch. Get out!
I'm the same way, except I don't need any of those
Oh
sounds.
God!
It doesn't matter what's happening.
If you walk
I don't
up next
need
to
white
me and
noises.
you go like this, I'll wake up. Everything wakes up.
Okay,
That literally
well,
never
Unless
happens.
I'm
we're
unless
gonna
I'm
be-
blacked out.
I would be reevaluating friendships if I woke up and people were waving in my face.
and
That's what you got to look forward to if you let us in, apparently.
God rest
Go
his
with your
soul.
story, Joe.
Oh no, there was one more part to that.
I
Okay.
brought cheese.
God rest his soul, Chuck.
The gambler.
Yeah.
We got him back pretty good that trip because we were the last three in the house before we left, and we had
Oh, yeah.
we had a cab taking us to the airport.
Yeah.
Chuck was passed out upstairs, and the owner of the place was coming in to clean it up for the next people coming in. Bob's like, "Do we go wake him up?" And he was all the way upstairs, and we're like, "Hey."
How many flights are we talking about?
It was across the house and up the stairs, so a good
All the way.
distance.
All the
All
way
the way
upstairs.
upstairs.
Is this the Empire State Building
I think-
that you were
I think-
fucking staying?
I think Nick called me. Nick Leslie called me. He was already on his way to the airport. He's like, "Hey, make sure that everybody's out. Make sure that lock the door when you leave." I'm like, "You got it." Okay.
So we're standing at the door getting ready to leave. Our cab's waiting. And Bob's like, "Oh, we should wake Chuck up." And so from the door, we're like, "Hey, Chuck. Guess he's not getting up. All right, time to go." And-
And he was supposed to come with you?
To make his flight, he probably should have.
He missed his flight then?
I have no idea.
Well, and
So he
I-
could
He's
still-
a big boy.
He could still be there
He's
for
the
all
same.
you know.
No, well, he's sadly
yeah.
passed away.
and
Oh, sorry.
as
However-
far as we know,
He got shit faced the night before. It was everybody knew we were all getting up early. He started pounding the Maker's Mark like crazy. Cigars, the whole works the night before. So naturally, he slept through the alarm. Like he and Krabby had that room upstairs, and they were not in the same physical room. It was like adjoining rooms with each had their own bed. But Krabby was there, and everybody was making all these noises. Everybody's packing. Krabby took a shower, and he slept through all of that, and it literally left. And the funniest thing to me was the image of Chuck waking up, almost like in Meatballs, where Morty woke up on the bed out in the middle of the lake.
Morning, Mr. Mailman.
Everybody had gone home for the summer. That's how Chuck woke up in that bed. Like everyone had left. It was now the middle of the afternoon, and his flight had probably already taken off.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't know the guy passed away. So
Yeah, it's a sad thing. Sad thing for sure. But
well,
Cory did say
What-
God rest his soul before he said
I didn't hear that. Sorry.
sorry,
I heard it, but
you know the
I
story.
heard it, but I
we're,
forgot.
We're at 152. Well, it's probably not 152 because I got a little bit of padding there. Well, let's say 145.
Well,
So you got a story.
this was only bouncing off of what Cory had to go through,
Okay.
sleeping on the little wicker thing when he was
Right.
discussing. We went to, this is probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. We went to Oktoberfest in Frankenmuth, right? And we all had a room. It was me and Dawn, another couple, and then another couple who were Keith and Aaron. You know them from kayaking. Aaron,
Boss?
No, the other Aaron.
Aaron with an A.
Hoy?
Yes, Aaron Hoy and Keith Hoy. Yeah. And me and Dawn had a bed, and the other couple had a bed. I don't remember who it was. And then Aaron and Keith were kind of like the late people in the room, but we got them in the room, so they slept on the couch, which would kind of pulled out, but it didn't.
What do you mean?
And it didn't work right. So they slept on like a half like kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
And
This sounds
So
like
No.
your vacation up in
it was horrible.
where
Joe.
What?
where'd you
Oh,
go?
Nescoda?
Nescoda? Yeah.
Was the couch the only thing that kind of pulled out and didn't work right
To my knowledge.
during the trip? Just curious.
No, and then the next morning.
Common problem.
The next morning, like, I was like in and out of my sleep and stuff, and I could hear them, like, they slept on like this, the other side, the couch was on like the other side of like a partition kind of thing.
Okay.
Chase
just-
Bank
I
was
heard,
on
like,
the left.
I heard kind of like
No dude day.
shivering and talking the whole night, and then the next morning, we all got up and we all went to breakfast, and Keith is like, he sat down at the table, he's shaking his head, and I could tell like he got no sleep and shit like that. We're like, what's wrong? He's like, well, you know, aside from this, it was cold as shit in the room. He's like, we had no fucking blankets, and it was cold when we went. He's like, we had no fucking blankets. He's like, I had nothing to cover up with but the couch cushions. I lost it because I was still drunk, and I
Right.
lost it. I started laughing because all I pictured was Keith laying on the couch, like putting
With those cushions on
big
top of it?
couch cushions,
Yeah.
like some on my legs, some on here,
Yeah.
and then just sleeping like that.
Yeah,
Been there.
And he's like,
I've done that too.
I thought about going down to the desk and asking them for a blanket, but it was like, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I'm like, Keith, why don't you walk over to one of the beds and take a comforter or take a sheet or something? Well, I don't want to
Offer
wait.
someone else.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to wake you guys up. And I was literally, I was rolling because I'm just picturing Keith like laying flat out with 3 couch cushions and like one covering his face. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've slept in bad situations.
Terrible conditions.
too.
Everybody has. And that's what makes it a good story.
But even
Right?
though when we were in
You lived through it.
when we were in Kalkaska, hearing that shit that was going on at the house, the music and all that crap, and I was in the back of my car with the window open and the screen up,
Right.
I was like, this is perfect. I laid out.
Yeah, I
had
often
pillows.
thought that weekend that you probably were going to get better sleep than you
Oh,
did in the
I had a
house.
great sleep. That was probably my most enjoyable ride home up north that I've ever been. I mean, I've been to my friend Matt's cottage
Right.
more times than I can count. Every time we drive home, I'm fucking hungover beyond belief. But when we drove home, we stopped at Uncle John's.
Yeah.
I felt great. I got sleep. I felt perfect.
You know, those trips, those are my best memories of like when you get up the next morning, like, oh, we all partied, let's say, drank all night watching basketball, whatever it was. And when you get up and you're like, let's go down to Mother's, whatever, you pick the bar or the restaurant that you scouted out ahead of time and have Bloody Marys, really good like French press coffee, bacon, eggs, like that. Those are the times where I'm like, oh, this is the best. Just
But
the
you
best.
feel good from the night before because you had enough sleep.
No, never.
Oh,
never.
okay, never
No,
mind. I thought
always
you were
not
talking
enough
about.
sleep. But you fucking roll your ass out of bed
Gotcha.
and get down to the breakfast.
You level
that's
out.
That's what brings you out.
Dude, when you post pictures of those Bloody Marys when you go down to wherever in Detroit,
Vivian's. Yeah.
and you're like, huh?
One of these days, I'm going to get you fuckers here with me.
I'll tell you what,
It might be the
I'll
day
go.
that Krabby actually says he's ready to go.
I will go and I'll have one Bloody Mary. I've had probably 3 or 4 Bloody Marys in my life, and I've died from heartburn. Died. It didn't. It leveled
That-
me
it
out,
can
but
be
I
an
was
issue.
fucking like
The heartburn
this.
can be an issue. Just bring a couple of Tums and you'll be fine.
I got some omeprazole you can take.
Old members.
Yes.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
What'd you say?
Omeprazole.
No, but like it's so weird though. Like when you're, I mean, everybody does this because you know you're not working. But like when you're on vacation, you have a hard night, and you get up, you're like, okay, I got to go golf, or I got to go do this, or I got to do that. And you just have one beer. You're like, I'm okay. Even if it's like 9 in the morning, you're like, I'm okay.
What is this?
But like if you were to do that, you were like here, and you know, like okay, if I have one beer and I have to go to work, like that one beer is not going to cut it. You know, it's like, you get what I mean? It's like, no, it's so weird because it's not so much physical, it's more mental. You
Yeah.
know you're on vacation. You know you're going to go out and have a good time. You know that you had a lot the night before. And you just had the one the next morning just take the edge off and you're like, okay, I feel okay. But if you did the same thing and you knew that you had to even do what you do, just sit down at the computer, like it's not the same, I have to fucking work. It's a very mental.
Oh, I'll agree with you.
I mean, it's physical, but it's a lot
It's
mental.
a mental thing.
If you just know you have to have a beer and go sit on the beach, you're like, okay, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
No problem. I have another good story too, but I'll
Oh,
tell it.
Jesus.
No, I'll tell it another time.
Nick had been uncharacteristically quiet.
Or I
I
can
was
tell
told
them now.
that I'm not allowed to interrupt, but I don't know.
All by
Well, you can interrupt all you want.
No, I know it's my home. But
No, I only said don't interrupt because I try to keep that one story very, very short,
yeah, no,
which could have dragged out till 5-6 minutes.
I was enjoying the content.
Okay. Did you have a story too?
I do not have a story. No,
Can you keep it short?
I'll keep it short.
Like 3 minutes or less?
Of course.
All
I'll
right.
keep it real short.
There you
Now,
go.
our friend, remember Rebecca and Jerry?
Yeah.
They got married out in Marshall or wherever, and we went to, they stayed at Firekeepers, the casino, right? We went up there on a Thursday, got fucking destroyed. Apparently, I got kicked out of the casino bar. I don't remember
I
that.
mean, apparently.
No.
You don't remember?
That would never
But
happen.
I did.
Did you find yourself waking up on the curb?
No. I didn't puke.
Was the
I didn't do
valets
anything.
are, like,
No.
trying to drive past
Well,
you?
they cut us off and they say we were being rowdy, or I was being rowdy. I don't think I'm a rowdy guy.
So,
Front door.
so they say.
So we
That
went.
sounds
We went
bad.
up to the room. You know, we slept it off, and then Dawn woke me up at like 8:30 in the morning. And you know Robin, right?
Mhm.
Our friend Robin.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
She's been kayaking before.
No,
Anyway.
None of our tens of thousands of
Right.
listeners care whether I knew Robin or not, so
Well,
keep going.
Okay. Robin woke Dawn up, who woke me up the next morning, and like I had barely slept. My head was pounding, and Dawn's friend Danielle, her grandparents lived in Marshall. They had a house on the lake. Like, yeah, we're gonna go hang out at the house. We'll lay out in the sun and stuff. It's like 9:30 in the morning. So
This is turning into a Nick story.
No.
Way too
So
many details.
I get my
Hold
shit. I get my shit together. We drive to the house, and I am still beyond drunk.
Okay.
And we get to the house, walk in the backyard. We're all laying out in the sun.
Whose house was it?
Dawn's friend's Danielle's grandparents' house,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, it's hot as shit out. I'm covering up in like a beach towel, trying to sleep. So we did that for about an hour, and then we decided to get up. We're like, we got to go do something to eat. So we went to a party store, which I swear to God was in this Indian guy's like house. It had like staircases.
So they say Native American these days.
No, Indian.
Oh.
Dots or feathers?
I say dot, not feather.
Yeah, dots. This was like in his house. It had like staircases that you would find in a house. It was not like a, hey, we're going up to the next bar, you know?
I
It's
walk up.
Staircases that led nowhere?
I walk
No,
up.
it was just it felt like I was in the
Winchester
guy, it
house?
felt like I was in the guy's living room. I'm like,
MC
Like-
Escher.
go up here.
Like you haven't gone up to the second level of a 7-Eleven.
no. Wait, I'm trying to keep it short. Listen.
Okay.
So we get to the party store.
Oh, the
and
milk's upstairs?
He's trying to keep it short.
I can barely walk. I'm like, whatever. I think I grabbed a 6-pack. Dawn went and found and tried to get some snacks. She comes back to the counter, to the register, with, and this is an old party store, with like ranch flavored Pringles and ranch flavored Bugles, which had to have been on this guy's shelves for like 4 years. Okay? So we buy this shit, we go back to the house, and Robin pulls out a big fat blunt on the way back there. She's like, oh, you guys don't feel good? Here, smoke this, we'll be okay. So I took a couple big hits. Dawn took a couple big hits. We pull into to Danielle's grandparents' driveway. And
Thought
we
you were
all
trying to make this short, but
no, we all get out of the car,
The details.
and I'm like this. I'm carrying all the groceries and stuff, and Dawn walks up to the house, and Danielle's grandma comes out and meets us. She's like, "Oh, I made you guys food. You know, come on in the house and stuff." Dawn goes like this, immediately turns around, and just starts staring because we're all high as fuck. And we all walk up to the house, and we just kind of like bumble talk our way into the house, and we're like, "Oh, okay." She sat us down, we ate some food and stuff like that, and we got back up and went out by the lake. And we're still fucking rolling. And I wasn't sick, but I got so spun out to the point where I just stood up and I walked around the side of the house and I was like wobbling and doing all this. And I walked past her grandpa, who was like just chilling on the porch. He's like, "How you doing, kid?" I'm like, "Ugh." And I just kept walking. And then I came back about 20 minutes later. Hold on. I came back about 20 minutes later, and then they had made another meal. Another meal. We had just eaten, I think, like maybe 45 minutes ago. It could have been 4 hours ago, for all I know. They made another meal, and we had to go. We all went in and started talking around the table. I'm trying to keep myself together.
I'm trying to keep myself together right now.
No, her grandpa and her grandma were the nicest people. They're talking, answering all kinds of questions, and I'm just like, he's like, "Oh, so where are you from, Joe?" I'm like, ugh. And that's all I could. I couldn't make out anything. That's how wasted I was. And then that night I had to go to the rehearsal dinner, and the next day.
Oh, sorry, there was a wedding?
Oh yeah, it was for a wedding.
I wasn't
Oh
aware.
no, yeah, this was for a wedding.
Okay.
That night was the rehearsal dinner, which I felt like fucking garbage for, and then the next day was the wedding, which I felt okay for because I got enough sleep. That was my short
moral
story.
of the story.
Yeah, where
the-
were we getting to?
Yeah.
No, it was just the drunken dumbness.
No, number A.
Drunken dumbness.
Where are those ranch bugles?
Oh no, okay, those.
Oh, I didn't
Okay,
do that. I'm
they
sorry.
were no. I'll keep it short. They were stale.
We'll keep
and
it short.
stale and disgusting as a motherfucker. And while we were baked out of our mind, I remember rolling and laughing my ass off because I'm like, why would you buy ranch flavored anything? If you're going to go into a party store that old, buy original flavored, something that rotates itself on the shelf. So yeah, that's my story.
Well, thank you, Joe.
Made it to the wedding. It's good times.
Thank
And
you.
that's episode 65, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Wow.
I wrapped it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Is this going to be a
Who?
snippet?
Oh, I don't know. I can listen
Snippet
to it.
and a clip it?
We'll see. The snippets and the clippets will come out. That's for sure. All right. Well, this is it. See ya.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Everybody, have a great night.